You just, especially like me, I definitely don't realize how people see me.
Hey! Good morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Morning.
January 15th, 2025, and here we are. Ready to get you going this morning. How we all feeling? Cold?
Yeah, I am a little cold.
12 degrees out. Wind chill of 3.
Really?
Yeah,
I kind of like it in the morning. Is that weird?
like this.
It's just like when I walk out of my
It's not
house,
weather?
it kind of hits me in the face and wakes me up a little bit.
Oh, it's a slap in the face. You may be dragging ass, walking through the kitchen, getting your stuff ready to go, but once you open that door and walk outside,
I don't like it for a long time, but I don't mind that first,
it's a cold
Arctic
plunge.
blast. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of.
It's taking a cold plunge.
That's why I don't get dressed till I'm here at work.
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's the way to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott walks out naked with a wet head. Mm-hmm. And that's how...
Too. Yeah.
That's how he gets going. Rafe was talking in the kitchen about possibly going out to the Chiefs game on Saturday.
Possibly.
What?
Possibly, maybe. You
didn't have
got tickets, but it's, going out to KC's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It is a whole thing, but I really want to go. We've just been going, so I'm like, man, because we're off Friday.
We are
the
off
game
Friday.
fell in a perfect. We're off Friday.
Oh, you have the perfect
because
situation.
of Blues night. The game is Saturday at 4 p.m., 3 p.m. really. So I could be home Saturday night potentially if I wanted to be.
Hey, if you want to stay the night, come home Sunday.
Sunday morning.
Fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's doable.
Yeah, go out there Friday.
I've been a man on the move.
I understand. Does the weather play into it at all?
A little bit. I don't mind it. Tina gets a little more. I throw on some long underwear and on the bottom, and get some hot hands. Throw them in my boots. Throw them in, and I'm good. Put on a wool. I got a nice wool coat. I don't get too cold because it's just body heat too. Everybody's up there going crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty at Arrowhead. They're smushed in there.
And we did get
They're
a text,
shoehorned in.
Our pals. We got some fans that became friends that own Bad Boy Mowers. And
they're big.
They're like the big sponsor.
They have big signage out there.
They got like a
at
box.
Arrowhead.
They got like a heated, donor box, and they were like, "You guys can come hang out in the box." So now we've got.
I think you should go.
We don't even have to worry about being cold. So we'll see.
I think you should go.
I think you should go too because you've had these tickets all year, obviously, and you've only been able to go to so many games.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should go. It's the gods telling you, especially since it's on a Saturday.
I know, man. I'm 70-30 going.
All right.
All right.
I got to see how this Blues tonight. See how beat up I feel after.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
See how many spills I take on the ice trying to do this dirty dancing lift.
Oh, what, Lern?
Well, all you guys.
Oh, you're going to dirty dance lift all of
Lern's
us.
first,
Nice.
and
You've been
we're going to
practicing.
progressively go up. It's going to be Lern, Moon, King, then you.
Oh, last.
Yeah, you're last.
Rafe and I have been going to local lakes. We went to Creve Coeur Lake, and we've
That's
been doing
right.
the lift in the lake,
That's right.
like the movie.
Lift in the lake.
Well, you almost killed her last year doing it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
You guys really-
He did the
He
lift
lifted
on
me
you.
They think I almost
Short
concussed you
ceiling.
on a short ceiling. but-
Short ceiling. I saw it. I went, ooh.
It was fine.
Yeah,
It was-
That was the practice. When we
Listen,
actually
when-
got out there, it was great.
Yeah.
With this kind of weather, with it being with wind chill right now 3 degrees, it does play a factor in my decision making, for sure. So I was talking to a buddy. This is over the weekend. He's getting married in March. I'm not going to the wedding. He's from Chicago, and he's having his bachelor party next month.
We're at.
It's gonna. I don't know. It's gonna be up in Chicago, somewhere. His best man's got a whole plan.
Okay.
And he's like, I know you're not going to the wedding. Why don't you come up to the bachelor party? It's a 5-hour drive? Mm-hmm. And I went, ooh, man.
No.
Chicago in February? Ooh. I haven't given my answer yet.
No,
I'm probably
thanks.
not going to go.
No time.
I'm probably not going to go, but the weather is definitely playing a factor.
Well, yeah. It's the Windy City. It's cold even like in October.
February
Oh, dude.
in Chicago.
No thanks.
Yeah.
The window
it's
cuts
fine.
you to the bone,
Oh,
brother.
my God.
It's the coldest city I've ever spent time in. In terms of just like, you can't put on enough layers when that wind is coming off the lake. It will slice you like a Ginsu knife.
Oh, yeah.
And it's magic there where it can be ice and snow everywhere and still rain somehow.
Yeah.
Because that happened to me once. We're doing a tour. We're in a van, so not much room. And then they had no green room at that place. And so you had to hang out in your van or outside in Chicago. And it was raining, but there was snow and ice everywhere and the wind. And it was just miserable the
My
whole
God,
day.
I mean, it cuts you.
Yeah. There's no getting away from it either. Like every street's a wind tunnel.
Yeah, they're tough up there.
Cut you to the bone. Also, he's giving you more. Just knowing you and how your brain works, I'm sure you had to have had this thought already, but he gave you an out and then assigned you something with a bigger commitment. Because at least a wedding, you take the wife,
Right.
you cut out, hey, it's 9 o'clock, they're doing the father-daughter dance, we're out of here. You leave when you want. When you go to a bachelor party, it's buy the ticket, take the ride. You're going all night.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get to just dip.
No.
Wherever, when the craziest guy in the party's like, we're going to Pops.
No.
You're going to Pops.
Once you step on the bus,
You're on it.
you're on the bus
Right.
until the end.
That's right. You're on the Gravitron, dude.
Especially if it's not your town.
Yeah, where are you going to go?
Back to the hotel and sleep.
They're not going to allow that.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy.
You're not going to allow that,
No.
dude. It's like Lord of the Flies, dude. They'll execute you before that happens. Your head will be on a pike.
That's
on
actually
a
the law.
bus.
I went to a bachelor party in Vegas once. Okay. I literally got food poisoning after one of the meals. I ate a bad piece of shellfish.
You better suck it up.
Lucky.
I had to.
Yeah.
I had to.
At the strip club, you ate the strip club shrimp.
Well, thank God the restaurant, and I almost got immediately sick. The restaurant was in the hotel, so I went up to my room for 30 minutes while I
Gathered yourself.
evacuated all the food that I had eaten. And yes, maybe the booze played into it. I don't know. We're just going to blame it on a bad oyster.
Well, the alcohol should have killed the oyster bacteria that was penetrating your gut. You know?
I'm not
So it
sure
wasn't the
that's-
alcohol.
But while you're lying on the floor of your bathroom, trying to, just the coldness of the floor is soothing, and you hear it.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The bus is
limo's
downstairs.
here. No, the limo's here. Let's go.
I'm not sure mixing oysters and booze is ever a good idea.
Oh, come on.
Is
Had
it?
a good time.
Oh, vodka and oysters is a thing.
I love a cocktail with a good oyster.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a thing.
I feel like you're just like,
You're asking for it?
yeah, you're.
Well, every time you eat
stacking
oysters,
danger.
you are
are
going,
rolling the dice.
Yeah, you're going, do I care
You're
about
rolling
dying?
the dice. But
Like-
you're right. You're right, though, Rafe. If there was a bachelor party in St. Louis and I went to, and I could dip anytime, I'd take an Uber home.
I mean, even then, it's risky.
But if you're away,
Yeah, if you're away, you have signaled that you are in for the long haul.
Yeah.
That you have come for a party.
And you've come alone.
It would be very strange if you went all that way and
this
then
isn't
cut
a
out
lone trip.
50% in.
That's what I mean. You take your wife and your kids to the wedding. You've got it out. You got we got to get up and I got to get the kids home. There's a hockey game, whatever. Kids got to get them settled in.
Yeah.
There's no out when you roll solo, dude. And you're at an age now that, like, it's a lot of middle-aged guys that are trying to prove they got one good ride left in them. Like a cowboy, that's like, doesn't belong in a rodeo anymore, but he's like, I think
One last ride.
I can still ride Thunderstruck one last time. That's the one that bucked me. And then it's all a bunch of 46-year-old guys trying to prove something, and it gets sad by 3 a.m., but you're hanging on.
The best is the 40-something-year-old guys talking a big game before they go to a strip club.
Yeah, and then
That's my favorite.
yeah. Then they get there and cry,
Yeah.
tell you they miss their kids.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
That's
What you're signing up for.
That's what I'm signing up for. Yes, because it's all 40-somethings, and this is his second marriage.
Well, then maybe it won't be such a debacle.
Right. Or it could be worse, I mean, maybe you double down on the second bachelor party. Like it was, all right, we're just going to go to the strip clubs for the first marriage. And now it's, all right, we're going to go see this donkey show. I mean, I feel like everything kind of doubles down, like on the second
We're not
marriage.
going to Tijuana.
Well,
You're saying it,
you don't know where you're going.
You're
all right?
saying it halves.
You're not going to be there.
You're saying it halves or doubles.
Yeah, I don't think it remains this in the same vein. It's either stupider
Or half of the stupidity.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. She's right, dude. It is going to be. You're really flipping a coin, not knowing the plan. It could be like we're going to have cigars and go see Wicked.
Right. It could be that.
You know what? If it
Which
was like
sucks.
we're going to have cigars and go to a Bulls game,
Yeah.
That'd be
that's
tight.
what I'm
That'd be
saying.
tight.
It's either
That
going to
would be
double
the
or
half.
half.
that would be tight.
That'd be the half.
Yeah.
Like we sprung for a box.
Snorting cocaine off of the Bulls cheerleaders' asses later this evening
Also
the
tight.
game.
Tight.
That is.
Tighter.
That's the other.
No,
That's
that's
the
still cool. That's still on the cool side.
That's toy.
You don't have to leave the United Center to do that. It's all about how many stops you have to make.
You know what? Just like we're pressuring him to go to the Chiefs game, I'm going to pressure you to go to this bachelor party just so you can report back some debauchery that happened.
Honestly, though, the weather really is.
Well, you're going to have to take one for the team.
Honestly.
Which weekend?
February.
It's February. It's like mid.
What do you know about the weather?
Right.
You're making weather excuses?
What do I know about the weather? It's
have-
cold in Chicago.
You don't know anything about February. It might be
They could have a
beautiful
heat
out there.
wave.
Get out of here.
There
You
were
don't know.
no hints given of the plan.
All it was, hey, I'm having since you're not going to the March wedding.
Got that part. But there was no like, hey, 12 guys are coming up and we're going to go blank.
No.
Nothing.
You've been
like
asked to do two things for this person, and you're going to deny both.
Shame.
Shame.
Ding. Shame.
What was the last bachelor party you went to?
I don't get invited.
Aw.
No.
Oh.
We're fine with this.
Okay.
He said that with joy in his voice.
Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that I'm fine with this. The last bachelor party, man, I couldn't tell you. It might have been one that I wasn't even invited to. It was like a last minute one
Right.
at a show, and somebody's like, "We're here on a bachelor party," and I know them. Like, you want to tag along? It depends where you're heading. It might have been like a tag along thing. I've appeared at a few of those.
You ever been to a wild one?
Yeah, man. I've thrown a wild one.
Oh, you've thrown it?
I've been a best man like 7 or 8 times.
Not
I've
like
been to a
you've-
couple wild
Yeah,
ones.
not like
is a wild one?
I thought I had been to a wild one, and then you told me multiple stories, and I went,
sent you-
I have never been to anything
I sent you pictures from one.
that far exceeded anything I've ever imagined.
Well, I
Wow.
told you about the Kentucky Derby one.
Yeah.
The Kentucky Derby one where everybody threw money in a hat and a guy and a girl banged out over a horse trailer, and then I had to keep the video on my
yeah.
phone because I was the only single guy on the. That was wild, dude. That was a wild. Iceman Chuck Liddell, you know that guy?
Oh, yeah.
He was so. We were at it was a Kentucky Derby. We were at a club in Louisville later that night, and he was so drunk that he was falling down drunk. Like they were carrying him out of this place, and we were all just like, "Hey, man, I think one of us could take Chuck Liddell right now." And no, we don't have
fight
to,
him?
and we don't ever have to tell the shape he was in. Of course, he probably would have killed.
And you know
all of us.
what? And when Chuck Liddell or somebody like Chuck Liddell goes out,
I'm sure that happens.
that happens a lot.
Yeah, everybody's always sizing him up.
I would have never. He was. There wasn't much to size up. He was.
Like, I'll bet you I could take him.
Because they came over they turned the music off and they go, if anyone has Chuck Liddell's wallet, we're offering $100 reward.
way.
Please. So he lost his wallet in the club. And I was like, Chuck Liddell had a crazier time than we had on the Bachelor.
Did we have
party.
him in?
No.
Who was one that was married to Jenna Jameson? Oh, Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, we had Tito in. Old studio.
Yeah, old studio. I get those guys mixed up sometimes.
You do?
Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz. Yeah, it was the same era of
Yeah. I watched a
UFC.
very funny TikTok of Tito Ortiz trying to put words together.
Yeah, I saw that too.
You ever seen these?
No.
It's almost like Yogi Berra-isms, but UFC versions of Yogi
No.
Berra-isms.
This is somebody that's been punched in the head for a living.
Yeah, but he's
No, it's that.
he's like confidently just throwing them at you, and
Yeah.
and it's like in really good, well-paced interview style. It's funny. He's good at it.
A lot of there's some punch drunkenness to it, though. Like, they don't make sense.
Yeah.
None of them make sense. But they
Yeah,
all
but those-
start to they all start from some like little
Yeah.
typical line that you would give in an interview, but he takes it to the other direction.
Well, those pro fighters, and even, you'd hear stories of Tony Twist, the old blues enforcer. Remember he had his bar twisters? Mm-hmm. He said people would come all the time down there just to fight him.
Yeah.
Like they get drunk and they go, well, here's a hockey enforcer. I bet you I could take him. And then he'd be like, all right, come on.
Come on. Takes a running start.
And like, all right, I guess we're doing this again. Go out to the parking lot. Just fight the guy. Just show him you can't do it. It's all part of,
Yeah.
being an enforcer, being a UFC fighter, I guess.
The joys of it.
But did you have any bachelor parties? I mean, you married a couple times. No, you had no bachelor parties.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah, we played video games once in your basement.
Nerd.
I remember
Sweet.
that. It was awesome. We got soda and probably like chicken nuggets or something and hung out.
We
Nice.
went all out, man.
Learn your
good time.
bachelorette party.
It was here in St. Louis.
What'd you do?
I took all my chicks to haunted houses because I love that. So we went to the Darkness and we went to all these different places. And then the next day, had everybody stay in a block of suites downtown. Next day, bus shows up, penis ice luge for the vodka in the hotel room. All the girls, actually, I think Mal was on my bachelorette party. She came and partied, yeah.
Sweet.
And had a bus with a bull on it, so you can ride it. And we just went bar hopping. We went to Helen's because I love Helen's so much. We went to Ballpark Village. I got hammered drunk.
The bull riding was on the bus?
Yeah, there was like a saddle on the bus.
What?
So there were
That's
like
pretty
stripper
fun.
poles, and
So you did it up.
so we did
So
it.
it was
up.
a 2
Did you
day.
ride the bull?
I did
awesome.
ride the bull. Oh
like
yeah.
It was a
School
2
bus
day
as a
affair.
kid.
It
Who
was a
planned it out?
Well, my maid of honor at the time, my friend Chelsea, and then honestly, like a woman we used to work with, Karen Kelly, who was part of
Oh, yeah.
sales. She's so much damn fun.
Yeah, Karen's fun.
She's so much fun, and so she kind of took it upon herself to like get other things planned. It was a hodgepodge of the women in my life just making
Nice,
things
that's
happen.
awesome.
And all my guy friends, they smuggled in the huge ice dong. So this thing was, the size of a table. Okay, this was like an ice sculpture of a penis.
Beautiful.
And the guys had made the mold of it. And so I had like 3 of my guy friends with a drapery around the dong, walking it into the Hilton or wherever we were staying downtown because they didn't want anybody to see it, and they delivered it to the room.
So the
It was in your room?
Yeah.
That was on the bus.
No.
so the giant
big.
dong. So it was the vas deferens was the chute for the
Yes.
vodka. Nice.
You would pour the vodka shot or whatever you wanted to do at the top, at the base, and there were massive testicles, and we were talking about that yesterday about how everybody pre-COVID times would just put their mouth on anything.
yeah.
And so every woman on
Nice.
this, I had like about 30 girls.
Oh, yeah,
who
you guys were
It was hilarious.
That's awesome.
And
Anybody,
I had so much fun.
take pictures?
HSV1.
Yeah, there were photos. I don't know where they're at. There's video. I had so much fun. I think I danced with the entire city of St. Louis those 2 days. And my sister, who was 17 at the time, so that first night was kind of for her because she was too young to go to like bars
Yeah.
and stuff, but she was in my wedding party, obviously, and I love her so much. And so we just did all sorts of didn't have to be 21 stuff that I still love, like good dinner, haunted houses, rolling around singing to tunes.
I planned a bachelor party for my buddy Matt. I was his best man, and went to Atlantic City. Hired a woman to come to the room
Nice.
to take off her clothes.
Was she in like a costume? Like room service? Or what, like...
And
No.
open
The
up.
police
There's
are
no
there.
police.
There was no theme to it. It was pretty sad, I'll be honest with
Oh,
you.
really? Just like a rando? Like in a suit?
Well, it was like, no, it wasn't like a suit. It was like all right, I'm here to take my clothes off.
Here, I got a halter top
Hey, you
on.
guys are from the big city.
Was he like
We went to
in...
Atlantic City. I'm here to take my clothes off.
Interesting.
And they had a big, burly black guy standing outside the door to make sure
All was good.
all was good.
Nice.
He was the money collector as well.
Oh.
So
He wasn't a pimp, was he? This was like a... or what?
What outfit
Is
was
this
he
like
wearing?
some sort of like...
Yeah, this
Hooker
doesn't
stripper,
sound like
what's
you
going-
hired a
That's not
exotic
the preferred
dancer. This sounds
nomenclature.
like you hired a professional.
Did he have a fancy
Well, she
fuzzy
didn't-
hat?
She didn't offer like a Kangol hat.
Yeah.
He was wearing a Kangol
Yeah.
hat. No, she did not offer extra services.
Okay.
He did have on a velvet robe and a cane and a 4-finger ring that said
And a-
pimp money.
Mac Daddy Coke nail.
And goldfish underneath his shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
That was
sure it was
legal.
just her friend.
Yeah.
Just a friend.
That's all right.
I don't know. She called him her business associate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
He was the heavy. Make sure all the guys were in line.
Yeah, that's a pimp, dude.
Oh,
Pimp juice.
What? I was in the presence of a pimp.
You're describing a pimp.
You
my
hired
friend.
a pimp.
No, he was there to collect the money, slap her around if she got out of line.
Totally legit.
That's a pimp.
Said he was
man.
her manager.
No, it's a business manager.
Said he was her manager.
Found her on
I don't know. Everything
Facebook
seemed on the up and
Marketplace.
up to me.
How did you even find this situation? Like, how did you
Craigslist.
find this person? Really? Craigslist?
No. Oh, where do we find her? It was like the back pages or something.
Hoseforyou.com.
No, he was a professional manager. He said his name was Iceberg Slim.
That's right.
It was like the back pages of one of those.
Yeah. That's a prostitute, man.
Yeah.
What?
Don't be on the back page.
No. It was a dancer from...
I'm so naive. So what happened was, so she comes in, there's like 15, 20 of us. Mm-hmm. She comes in and she goes, "Where's the Bachelor?" And, he's like, "Hey, here I am." So, she does a little something special for him.
Aw.
So she pulls his pants down
Great.
to expose his tuchus. Mm-hmm. And mind you, he was getting married. This was a Friday. He was getting married. I think it was the next day.
Oh, geez. What a bold.
Or maybe it was Thursday. He was getting married on the Saturday. Either way, the wedding was, I was in town, do the bachelor party, and then the wedding is.
Oh, yeah. Then it was that weekend.
It
You
was
weren't
that
staying for
weekend.
a
So I
week.
think maybe we were there
Interesting.
Thursday. The wedding was on the Saturday. So she exposes his bare bottom,
His buttocks.
and she goes, "Who has a belt?" And I go, "I have a belt." And it's
Studded
one of
one.
those- It was one of those studded ones.
Hell yeah. Hot topic.
It was, yeah. It was a studded with the silver studs,
Mm-hmm.
and she whipped his ass
Oh, my goodness.
So punk rock.
till his it was bleeding.
No way.
Holy crow.
How fun is this? This
Yeah.
sounds great.
You get what you pay for, you know
what
what
a
I'm saying?
cool thing.
Happy bachelor party, Matt.
Dude couldn't sit for 2 days.
I know. Oh.
His wife was furious.
Yeah.
Furious.
I don't know why.
To explain also how it happened. To explain how it happened, and you go, "Well, you see, what had happened was
I sat on Riz's belt.
I thought you
Yeah, I
guys were.
sat on his belt.
I thought you guys were just going to go to a couple bars and hit up a nightclub. Well, what had happened was
And you told her?
he told her. I wasn't going to get involved in that.
Oh,
He
yeah?
created it.
You
He
weren't
was
going to
not
get involved. Here, use my belt.
Use my belt. I'm not involved.
Yeah, here, lady that I hired, use my belt.
Here's my dangerous
Okay.
weapon.
What would your excuse be?
I know my.
He comes back. So we went from Atlantic City up to Central Jersey. Okay, we spent the night in AC. He's getting married on Saturday. He can't sit down. His ass is
Scarred.
scarred.
There's a hole in it.
I mean, you did the right thing. I'm not. It's a bachelor party. He's the idiot for going. Let's do this 2 days before the
Okay,
wedding.
wife goes to you in a very angry voice. What the hell happened? What do
Tracy,
you
this is what happened.
What do you tell her?
The guys took me out.
I think
No.
you did.
Tell her the truth.
She asks me.
Oh, you tell her the truth. It was my belt. I'm not apologizing for anything.
So my soon-to-be husband, who I'm going to marry later today,
Yeah.
had a stripper prostitute pull his pants down, and you gave her a belt. Now, mind you, it does sound very bad.
It sounds right on par. I mean, what
Yeah.
else do you?
Yeah.
Especially
people
for
It does
AC.
sound very
Well,
bad.
the fact that you didn't have her stop after the first one, you let it keep going.
I mean,
too.
how rude would you have been? A lady asked
Oh, that's true.
for a belt, and you deny her?
Yeah.
Come on.
Reasonable
Don't wanna
lady.
lose
I
money
feel like
on
you were
this.
the gentleman in this situation.
That's what I thought.
Jeez.
Hey, any woman in this office asks for my belt, she's getting it.
Of course.
That's a true statement.
No questions asked.
Because you're a gentleman. And that's
No
what
questions
gentlemen-
asked.
That's
and
what
I don't even
gentlemen
need to know
do.
what it's for. I'll be like, I don't know. Like, I need a belt. I feel bad asking you, but could I borrow your belt? The belt's coming off.
Have you guys been to AC before, Atlantic City?
Yeah.
It's not great.
So is that like a thing? Is that like the thing over there for New Yorkers to all do bachelor parties and that kind of
Yeah, I mean,
dip in, dip out debauchery?
it
Yeah.
was.
It's like the east side of
Yes.
because
I feel like
AC,
Atlantic
it's a
City is what
crap
Six
hole.
Flags is to Vegas is Disneyland. Atlantic City's Six Flags. It's more convenient. It's a less impressive, more convenient version of something.
You don't really go outside, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
know.
don't
walk
really.
through
It's not a place
tunnels
you really
everywhere.
go and walk outside.
That's what I mean.
I thought you walk on the boardwalk.
I'm just
The
saying, like,
boardwalk is
that's
terrible.
No, dude, it's a bad place.
to me, that is if Las Vegas is Disneyland and it's got all the bells and whistles
Yeah.
of adult entertainment, Atlantic City is Six Flags. Like,
There are things.
there are things.
I don't
Like,
know.
There's taffy.
There's stuff.
It's
there's
almost
stuff.
its
It has
own
some of
thing.
the same type of stuff. It's just not as well. It's not as over the top, well maintained.
Yeah, now they have casinos up in Connecticut that are very nice. So a lot of New Yorkers go up to Connecticut.
Oh. I was just wondering if that was like the east side of all of that area for this kind of thing. 'Cause that's what it looks
yeah.
like when you go in. You're like, oh, this is just people's party trashville.
Well, I mean, it used to be just a gamble. I mean, like before gambling became more popularized. Atlantic City was like the spot where they legalized it. It was like localized legal gambling. So it was basically that's what they made all their money on.
Brent said I should have just told his wife the truth. He was a bad boy, and this is what happens when boys are bad.
That's right.
Mike's asking, are we still friends? Yeah, he's still one of my best friends.
Does she like you? Are they still married?
Yeah.
Does she like you? Or has this been a lifelong grudge?
No, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's my buddy from North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
still
he's
have
doing
like
well.
a.
He's-
Yeah. Do you guys have anybody like that? Like a friend that got married that something happened and like the wife still holds a grudge like decades later?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got one.
100%.
I got one for sure.
Yeah, well, what happened?
They were pre-marriage. She was cheating and we caught her. Like shined a light, like caught her in the car, in the act. And I was holding the flashlight. And was like, this is what, and they reconciled and ended up getting married anyway. And dude, she's never
Forgiven you?
Never. She hates my guts for it. And I'm like, well, I didn't. You
That
did
seems
it.
to be on her.
It is on her. But somehow I became the bad guy because
Always goes that way.
I was trying to turn him against her. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you were in the back of a Cutlass, ankles in the air, lady. Like, I didn't do this.
Yeah,
You
I just
did
held the
this.
flashlight.
All I did was tell my friend, like, this is the person you put a ring on it.
Yep.
Just letting you know. Because we all knew it, and nobody wanted to say nothing. And I was like, hey, man,
Until you saw something.
she's out in the parking lot right now.
It's like right now.
Oh, yeah, she was like at a bar down the street. And I just,
boy.
I'm just telling you, man, like, reports are coming in.
And he rolled out.
Oh, yeah.
You held the flashlight.
Oh, yeah. And then it was
boy.
it was like a cheater's moment. Like, they pulled the
Rafe-
guy out of the car. I didn't think he pulled the guy out of the car. They got into a fight. It was a big ordeal.
Rafe is trying to wedge us apart. He's trying to come between us. Our love. My love for you. My dedication to you.
It's not the guy that's in the back seat with you. No.
No, it's Rafe.
Did the guy know that she was married?
Yeah, this was a small town situation.
Oh, so he was fully
Everybody knew
aware.
everybody.
This wasn't, I picked her up at the bar. We went to the car. I had no idea.
I mean, it was a
Sorry,
tangential
bro.
guy, but like everybody knew everybody. Everyone knew
your
everyone
buddy-
in the situation.
Did your buddy beat up the guy?
It was a draw. It was like one of those like couple swings, fall down, rolling around on the ground, let it go for a minute, and everybody pulled them apart. And
There is no end.
Was
the
that-
typical Southern Illinois
dude,
bar
I don't know,
fight.
bro. I don't know, bro. My bachelor party was not. I don't recall it being very, very exciting. Again, an Atlantic City situation.
That's where you went for your bachelor?
Yeah, I want to hear why the wives hate you guys.
Jersey East Side.
It's just a conflict of
All right.
a conflict of personalities.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, there's one where I never liked her in the first place. I thought she was wrong for him. They had a fight, and I encouraged him to come to live at my place.
Oh yeah, you intervened.
I intervened.
Yeah, you're going to wear the scarlet letter
But
forever.
they were dating.
But they're not
Time.
together still, right?
They are.
Oh,
Nice.
and that person's
I
still
did
in your
not
life?
like this girl for him. It's somebody I grew up with. I saw they were fighting, and it was a pretty bad fight. And I was like, "Hey, you could stay at my apartment."
And she saw that as you're the option.
And then while he was there, it was the, dude, you don't need her. You know, she's a bitch.
And it had nothing to do with her. I mean, maybe it did.
It had all to do with her.
But
She
I'm
was
just
a
saying,
terrible
like,
person.
that exact scenario happens a lot of times where you're just there for your dude. You're just there for
I
your
really
guy.
was.
Has nothing to do with...
But I really tried to have that separation take hold.
But if the message doesn't get through to your dude, you become the common enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're taking that risk.
You are.
But good for you for extending in that way. I mean, that's a good friend. I mean, if you saw problems and that he wasn't seeing, or how sometimes people get in relationships and they don't understand how it is from the periphery of everybody else around you. I mean, I had a relationship like that where people were coming to me and going, "This isn't the guy. This isn't the guy." You know what I'm saying?
This was a
Good.
situation where, think about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, when he's talking about when Cameron finally gets a girl, and he's gonna put her on a pedestal because she's the first,
Right.
and she is gonna be in control, and she's gonna
Tear him
take
apart.
advantage of him.
Yeah.
And this was that situation. This was his first girl, his first serious girlfriend.
Now wife.
Now wife.
Damn.
Dang.
Hopefully it's better now.
And she was manipulative. She was controlling. I saw him going down a dark path.
It's the worst.
They got into this fight. He was all distraught. Hey, come live with me and Ben for however long you want. And while he's there, you know, I'm trying to, like, hey, she's the worst, blah, blah, blah. You don't need her,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. He winds up going back with her, of course, telling her everything that I said.
Cool.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
It's and you take that gamble, you take that risk if they, you know, especially if they stay together. But I still think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, you become the megaphone where they get to say the things they want to say. Also, that whole like, well, Riz thinks.
Yeah.
Right.
That you're like, don't treat me good.
Yeah, you're the shield.
And that, yeah.
They're going into battle using your
That's
face
the way
as a shield.
You become the shield getting
Yeah.
the dragon is breathing fire on him, burning off his arm.
And then next time you run into him, it's, oh, well, he said that you said.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Or it's just silent, and you know forever that you're just never going to
Yeah.
be
As
where
close.
you were.
Yeah.
Right. And it was, we were never that close again.
Still the better thing to do, though.
Yeah.
I still think you sacrificed it. You laid down your life.
Yeah.
You tried. It didn't work out, but you still took a bullet. Because I had a couple friends when something ended, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we knew this and we knew this," and all I kept thinking was, "Where were you? Why didn't you tell me that? That would have been information that could have been used yesterday." You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was like straight out of like a sitcom. I was like, "What happened?"
Because some
And
people meddle and some people don't.
and that's what they said. Well, one of them in particular, such a nice dude, and he was like, he goes, "Man, I just didn't want to be a part of it. She would hate me if I brought that up. It wasn't my business." I was like,
What about me?
but that is pertinent information that would have mattered.
Yeah, and this dude had all his friends pretty much,
Echo the sentiment.
echo the sentiment, and he doesn't talk to anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's how that works.
And again, that's fine. That was destined to happen anyway. Then
Yeah.
it would have happened one way or another.
I've lost friends to marriage.
Yeah, and listen, and I know I could sleep well at night knowing I did my best.
Yeah, you've got a scar and a clean conscience.
Right. Yeah, I'm cool.
You get a scar. You get a scar. Yeah, man. Good for you, buddy. I still have one of those too. I have like I didn't really even do anything. It's just like every time my friend's wife gets drunk, she'll still be like, it's awkward as hell, man, sometimes. She's like, you don't like me? And I'll be like,
And that's
do,
okay.
I do like you. She's like, mm-mm. You don't think I'm good enough for him? And I'm like, you guys been married for 20 years? I don't know if he said something to her. I don't know what, because I've never said anything to her. I'm fine with her. I have no issues whatsoever, but I have, like, she'll get drunk about once every 5 years and it'll come out. Like, when we're all hanging out. And we don't hang out much. So it's like, pretty regular. Ooh, gross, I just spit everywhere.
Nice.
That was a serious gleek. But yeah, it'll come out and then it'll be in the middle of hanging out, playing Pictionary or something. hanging out at the house, and she'll have one mojito too many, and then she's like, he'll leave the room, and I'll see the look, like that beady-eyed look of a drunk person, and I'm like,
Of something that she's been planning on saying for 3 weeks.
I'm like, she's coming for me right
Ever
now.
since they booked
and I'm
the date.
already thinking how I'm going to deflect so it doesn't escalate.
Back to bachelor parties one more time. The first time you went to a bachelor party and you saw something like you never thought really happened. For example, first bachelor party went to, had one of the ladies come to the house to do, the thing.
Yeah.
And then she was taking guys upstairs.
What?
Man.
You're like, oh, I thought this was just a myth.
Right?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, just like banging?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like a little extra.
Yeah, I saw a
I went,
bride
whoa.
like make out with some rando guy at this bar we were all at, and I was like, oh, okay, all
Up there
right.
probably up there in Westport.
No, this was in Vegas. This was in Vegas, and
Yeah, Vegas is.
I was like, whoa, and and luckily that marriage didn't happen.
Yes.
That person decided to cancel the marriage. But I was like, okay,
Whoa.
and then it puts you in a position of like, I'm going, oh my God. Like, I remember I came home and I was like, Tim, like, I felt like I needed to tell him. I was like, here's what happened. Here's everything that
Yeah,
happened.
and this, by the way,
Felt like you cheated.
Yeah.
this first time I saw this,
I was drunk.
This first time I saw this,
Yeah.
the groom to be went,
No.
See, that sucks.
Oh, wow.
and
and then
And then he got married. It didn't cancel the wedding.
no,
Oh, no.
no, I think that's that's something that happens.
Right.
Golly.
I mean, that's what everybody fears is
That
happening.
guy still works in this building.
Yeah, he's right there. Tim
Hey,
Scott.
guys.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
King
man.
Scott.
Wild
Hey,
times.
They
guys.
were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Leisure Shoot Larry. That's what Moon and him were playing.
No, and I was in such shock, and I was young. Mm-hmm. I was young. This was a bachelor party of somebody. I didn't even go to the wedding. There's somebody I wasn't very close with. I was just taken as a kind of a hey, you want my buddy's getting married. You want to go to his bachelor party? Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
How many guys?
A lot.
Give me a ballpark.
Like one up with her.
Yeah.
At least 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Was the groom
Who's
first
the
or last?
15th guy?
At least
The groom. The groom
Who's
was
the
the last
15th
one.
guy that's like, well,
At least 15.
I'm not
At
16.
least.
good Lord.
Dang.
Imagine being the 15th guy and just being like,
Fine.
all right, I'm going up. Lord almighty.
Did you get the groom
I
penicillin?
saw one of those.
Yes.
It wasn't that egregious, but I saw we had a bachelor party here in town and went over to one of the east side, one of the lower level east side,
Like Brooklyn?
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
not Sauget.
Brooklyn. Last time Moon and I were out in Brooklyn, we had a gig.
Yeah.
And we're out there. I think the gig started at like
Might have
1
been
o'clock in the
Venice.
morning.
Yeah.
It was late. And we're out there a couple minutes before the event started.
Early, as usual.
And we're out in the parking lot. And somebody yelled, "Hey, don't stand out here. Are you crazy?
It was one of the employees. He goes,
Like, are
he
you
goes-
nuts?"
He goes, what are you doing out here? What are you, stupid? Get in here. He started
Oh,
yelling
my.
at us.
Yeah, real nice place. Anyway,
So we all wandered over there, carefree.
was it a place with the shower or the hot tub?
Shower. You know where this is going.
Yeah.
You know where this is
I know
going.
what this is.
2 girls in the shower, on stage, bachelor party. They're aware the bachelor party's there. 2-sided toy.
Yeah.
And entered both women on stage, which I was like, well, this is not.
Oh, my goodness.
This ain't your grandpa's strip club.
That's Requiem for a Dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
And then drag bachelor on stage, take his belt off, tie him to a chair with belt, use the instrument on each other, and then
No.
put it on him in his mouth.
Beat the hell
And
out
we
of
were
him.
all like,
I'm so glad I'm a girl. I like that just because that happens to you
crazy,
guys.
dude.
Like that's what you're doing. You're getting whipped with belts and dildos.
That's
and,
not what
doesn't
we're
happen.
doing.
That's
Not
right.
happening. That ain't happening on any party I'm
Oh
going
no,
to.
Moon ate chicken nuggets and played video games.
Yeah.
It was
Just
pretty wild
remember
times at our.
It was just And I'm a pretty wild guy. I like to have a good time, drunk or sober. And even I was a little bit like, oh, that's a bridge. Ladies, that's a bridge too far.
This is over the top.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You're showing him a good time. You did not hold back.
Scaring the hell out of him.
But
Wasn't quite.
well, as soon as it hit his lips, I was just like, you're riding home in the trunk. You're not even getting in the car with me.
Similar story. I couldn't believe that it wasn't anything like that, but somewhat similar. Actually, at the Pantera bar down in Dallas, I forget what they call it, but the place that Dime and Vinny owned.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a BYOB kind of place.
Dime bags.
But no,
The clubhouse.
Yeah, clubhouse. Cat house, clubhouse. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, super famous, right? And bands would get invited all the time, almost like an after party kind of chill. And we were told that it wasn't like one of those kind of places, right? But we went, and somebody got one of our crew members like a dance, and you think it's like a dance, like what you hear about lap dances or whatever. Oh no, there was this gal did so many different things, including skin to skin, face. Rubbing. It was and all of us, like, I remember everyone scooting their chair back going, oh my gosh. And,
it was in front. It wasn't in a private room.
No, it's in front of everybody, and everybody's going, are you okay? And
Can you breathe?
when you hear the words, are you okay, in that scenario, we're not the people to be here. Like, this is not for us. This is a different kind of. Vinny was next to us, and I
He's the one that was dancing.
Were you there for that?
I might have been there.
Okay.
Yeah. I just remember too, because the guys, they were like, "We're going to get you a dance."
Everyone was
and I said,
so
"You're
shocked.
not getting me a dance. I'll quit. I don't care. You're not. If there's a lady that touches me, I'm going to be so mad."
Oh, if you're at a strip club and somebody's, do not get me a dance. You're getting a dance.
Nobody thought
No,
that there
they
was any
didn't do it.
touching. Like, you know, we were all like super naive to that. We thought this is like that may have been like our first experience. It
You thought she was going to come up and like tap dance in front of the chair or something?
Yeah, a little soft shoe.
But I knew it was a
No.
special
Hello, my
place.
baby. Hello, my honey.
You see the movies and there's no touching. You know what I'm saying? And no touching goes both ways. We thought. So that was just like the shock.
Well, here's how my night started with that is we were going to the club. So at that point, Mark and I would always dress up really stupid and wear dumb outfits because we go to dance clubs like after
It's awesome.
shows and stuff and just look
it
like
was the
morons on the
strip
dance
club.
floor. So we're all ready, and then halfway through, we stop at a gas station and we're, okay, whatever. And then everyone's buying cases of beer, and you're like, it's a weird dance club. And then we arrive, and it's not the dance club I thought we were
no.
going to.
It's
And
the strip club. All right.
yeah, so that was my first time in one, but we got to meet Vinny, and
Yeah,
he was at the table, and he like shook one hand, and then he
Vinny
barely
Paul?
touched mine. He goes, "Guys, you can't sit here with me."
What are we talking about?
Yeah. Vinny
Oh, then he
Paul.
threw you out?
Yeah, no, he's like, you can't sit at this table, and he like didn't even like say hi or anything. You're like, oh, nice to
Shook
meet
your
you.
hand and said, get out.
Yeah, it was like a band crew hang. That's what we thought we were going to.
Yeah.
And the strip club thing was like a side. It was like a side thing. It was over there. This was more of Vinny's hang, and we were invited by them and the crew. So that's what we thought we were getting
Yeah.
into. And then moments later, one of our friends is getting his face molested by a part.
Moments later, he's suffocated.
It was worrisome.
I got his nose clamped.
It was one of those where you Google like, should he get tested?
Yeah. Is
there was no-
HPV available?
Hey,
There was no
Because-
Googling at the place I'm talking about.
By the way-
I'm driving you to the clinic.
By the way, a buddy just texted me saying exact same story as Rafe,
Same club, I bet.
plus they did something else to him.
Oh, no.
It's the thing you do after you drink a lot of water.
Oh, man.
No.
Oh gosh.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Well, then I
What?
guess
Is that what
my
you
boy
meant
got
by
off
that?
easy.
At least
way.
there's a shower.
No.
Is that what you meant by that?
Fight ensued, zero, and they did it with zero warning.
Oh my goodness. Well, you remember we got a tour of one place. And this was off hours, by the way. It was like whatever. And the guy was like,
There's no off hours there. They're always open.
yeah, okay. But you know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure the sun was out. Anyways, he was walking us around. I was like, oh yeah, and then here's the beds. You want to lay down, or here's the hot tubs. You want to get in the hot
I'm
tubs?
gonna lay down.
I remember Riz going, as wide eyes as possible. You go, no, thank you, thank you.
What
I
did
don't
that
wanna
room
touch
smell like?
anything. I don't want to touch the door handles. I
No.
certainly don't want to get in the hot tub. Certainly not.
No.
Or touch the bed. Yuck.
Touch the bed.
Also, somehow made a shower feel unclean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Oh, I probably put myself in the most danger of my entire life at the in the hot tub of the backstage of a rock venue, and all of us are, in a hot tub.
Norva.
And then we see some of the some of the past. Just the last couple of weeks, the shows that have gone through, and we all realized at the same time we had this collective realization that all these bands and crew guys that had just come through were in here with whoever they were bringing backstage. And it was just like, oh God, we should probably not be in this thing.
Yeah.
They're not cleaning this.
By the way, speaking of beds, did you hear about the woman who slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours?
Oh, 1057.
1057. No,
Was
this
she
is
giving away
different.
Point Fest tickets?
This is a different woman.
Really? Competition is, I guess that's capitalism.
This woman's
Competition is
name is
stiff.
Bonnie Blue.
Nice.
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue. Headline, Bonnie Blue explains how exactly she slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours.
Quickly.
In a post on social media, Bonnie thanked, quote, all the barely legal, barely breathing, and the husbands for helping her hit the record.
And the
Now,
record is 1057.
we talked about a woman named Lily Phillips.
Right.
Barely.
That was the Netflix
Barely
documentary.
legal, barely breathing. Good God.
That's what she wrote.
It was a spectrum.
Does that mean from young
18
to old?
I get
88.
it. Yeah.
Oh.
So Lily Phillips, she's the one that had that documentary done about her. She did, I forget how many guys, and
Yeah, there's a lot.
a lot. But she wound up, it wound up being like a sad thing. And she says she was going to go for the record of over 1,000 men. But this woman, Bonnie Blue, beat her to it. Ooh.
Competition's everywhere.
1,057 men, 1057, which is cool.
Which is nice.
So for months, 25-year-old Bonnie Blue had spoken about wanting to break the record. With fellow OnlyFans star Lily Phillips also saying she was aiming for the same 1,000 men in a day. But Bonnie had seemingly hit the milestone first, with a rep for her saying she slept with 1,057 people. As she hit 1,000, there were still 57 left in the queue.
Gosh.
Cheering her on.
There were 57 guys still left online who Bonnie wanted to pleasure before ending her 12-hour day.
I wonder who the last guy was. Was he an 88-year-old?
Same guy that went 15th at Riz's party.
Those who are good at math might be wondering, if you get the calculations in your head. So 1,057 men in 12 hours equates to less than a minute with each person.
Speed round.
So she goes, and you want to look this up, she goes into...
Was it a straight 12 hours or was it broken up over time?
Also, are the men just like lying? In my head, how this works, because she's like wanting to get, she's wanting to go. We go. Like, people are not having, there's no finish line here.
Oh, no.
So she's bopping, twisting, pulling. She's just bop.
I'm not
like
sure.
they're all laying down at attention.
I'm not
no,
sure
no.
what constitutes...
I feel like she's laying there and they're all lined up like M&Ms. You know that M&M video where there's like 1,000 M&Ms?
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers, not the candy.
Yeah, man, I was
You know what I mean?
imagining
And
the
they're just
candy,
like-
dude, and that
No.
messed my head up for a second.
I was imagining like a old
are you
fast
watching?
food place with a window that you just drive through and you see.
I'm imagining like a Lazy Susan.
It spins.
Like spins.
Interesting.
And the circle is just constantly replenishing different guys.
Gosh.
I feel like she's just.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, they're just lying in a row, like 10 at a time. And she's just bump, like she's just bouncing on each one.
That seems like
Because
a lot
that,
of work
I mean,
for her.
you think about it, like, that's sex, right? Like, if there's penetration, that is sex. So that can count.
When asked how she felt, she says, and whether any of her body parts hurt, she says, probably down there a little bit. I don't need a wheelchair. I'm fine. It just feels like I've had a heavy day in the bedroom.
Don't need a wheelchair.
God, that shouldn't be the.
Do
That
you
should
need
not
to
be the
sit on
metric.
this ice pack, lady?
A heavy day.
Wow.
That's
It's got no. It can't. There's no way it's the fellers laying down, right?
No.
They're
Like
moving in,
she's
moving out.
lying down.
Yeah, moving in, moving out.
Yeah, she's...
Yeah, you got to have a fluffer, right?
There has to be
They're
a guy
fluffing
going
themselves in the hallway.
next. Okay,
Think.
good. Next.
There's got to be a couple guys that just couldn't.
I'm
If
sure.
you're going in for a singular dunk and no prep time, I mean, there's got to be a couple guys who are like, I need a minute. Right?
Again, who are, I mean, okay, she wanted to break her record. She had a goal. And she's like, I'm down with this. Okay, cool. We know her reasoning into it. The men lining up, you're getting one pump. You're part of I guess it's like you're trying to be nice and help somebody with their goal, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't,
listen,
but now your
that
face
is.
I'm
is-
helping you with your bucket list.
Yeah.
But now everyone knows who you are. Like,
You know,
it's a
This is
weird thing.
altruism, is what you're saying.
You know what's strange? When you would see this kind of stuff before, because it was always somebody that held the record. It was always somebody that was kind of at the end of their porn career, and they're like looking for a headline and whatever. And this story starts off with born in 1999.
That's what got me.
Gal, that young?
1999.
Yeah, born in 1999 in England. She turned to OnlyFans in 2023, and all I thought was, good God, like, has it gone? Now they do this to start this OnlyFans thing rather than to end a porn career.
When I worked for the radio station in New York, Howard Stern was there, and that was at the time in Howard Stern's career where there were a lot of porn stars. And I remember there was a porn star named Houston, and she was going to do something called the Houston 500, where she was going to get it on with 500 dudes.
And how old was she at the time?
How old was she? So this would be the year 2000, maybe 99, 2000. And they were asking people around the office if they wanted to participate.
And who did?
There was like one or two dudes that
Yeah,
did.
I was going to say.
And it wound up being a porn. It's called the Houston 500. You could look it up.
They asked people around the office.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it really is.
'Cause they
just
were
like a
looking
There's an
for
email that was sent
open,
out.
open casting call.
Anybody want to
Please
be a
do
part of
not
this?
reply all.
Inducted in the AVN Hall of Fame in 2004, Kimberly Halsey, also known professionally as Houston, let's see, started her career.
Look up the Houston 500. See what.
99, 99, 2012. She ended her 10-year hiatus.
I'll just put it on.
Performed to come back in 2000. Houston was on Porn to Rock documentary featured on VH1. Oh, also in the rock videos for Cottonmouth Kings and Sum 41. Let's see.
Look up what year with the
Cameo
Houston
experiences. Houston was on the Howard Stern show to promote the fact that she was having her things surgically trimmed to enhance her look during a close-up. In subsequent online auctions, she reportedly sold her for an estimated $50,000. She was also in a documentary that's called Pretty Enough, the story of the gangbang queen.
Ah.
Because, I guess she
Houston 500 Queen of Crack Whores.
she did a couple of those, I guess.
Queen of Crack Whores.
What it's called.
What
dude.
year did that come out?
Let's see. It's on. You can get it on eBay for $7.19.
Is it used?
I would imagine so. Yes. It's a DVD. Let's see. Item specifics.
I want to know what year they came out. That's wild.
I'm trying to find it.
Did
Queen of
anybody
the Crack Horse?
Did anybody that you
2003.
know?
2003. So it was
Does that
probably
sound right?
Yeah, it was. So it's probably shot in 2002 when I was still there. So
Did anyone that you know accept the offer?
No.
Or consider it?
There's the Houston 620.
Oh.
Oh, that's what it is. The goal was 500. She got to 620.
yeah, man.
1999. Does that sound right?
It's a lot
Yeah,
of laps.
that's perfect. That's exactly the right time.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
The world's biggest gangbang 3, the Houston 620.
I started
Queen of
there
the
in
Crack Horse.
1998. So 1999 is right on target.
Wow.
I did not. Listen, and in all honesty, I did not even consider it.
Dude, there's an IMDb mistake that says Taylor Kitsch is in this movie, and I wonder if he knows that.
Are you sure it's a mistake?
I would imagine so. Ron Jeremy was master of ceremonies.
Yes, he was up there a lot.
Is he still alive? Is
Yeah,
he-
he's
he's
not
in
doing
prison.
well.
Isn't he in prison?
He's supposed to be incarcerated, and I think he's in such bad shape that he's not even in jail anymore. He's in some kind of like hospice.
Really?
Yeah, he's got dementia. He's in very bad shape.
Someone said I was a fluffer on this film, and it was great. The Houston 620. I started as a fluffer on this film. This film has it all. This is the best movie of this genre that I've ever seen. Houston was really great and has outdone herself. Can't wait for part 2. So they do. There are fluffers, at least on that one.
I mean, it's such an interesting thing.
Yep,
The whole thing.
that's a whole lifestyle.
It is
Man.
for some. You know, I have a close friend who's, I think he's still in the industry. I think he still does stuff. He's kind of on his way out of it or trying to get out of it. But man, he is full of stories, and it's not what you would expect, at least from his perspective. You know, like from his experience.
Is he? Does he do gay stuff, or is it?
I don't think
straight?
so. I think it's all straight, but there's a lot of leather and other things. To make a living as a feller, you're darn near up for everything.
Well, and it's going to work for him.
It is going to work for him. And I told you, man, like I don't know what the milligrams, but let's say the average milligram for a Viagra is like 10 milligrams or something. He said he's at like 250.
Oh, so just to even
And he's like,
get an erection.
That'll blow your cornea out, man.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
like
he's
some
like,
going.
I'm at dangerous levels. I'm sure I won't be able to use it when I'm 50.
Hey, speaking of Viagra, I was watching This Is 40 with Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd, you know, sequel to Knocked Up. And at the beginning of the movie, Paul Rudd has used Viagra to have sex with Leslie Mann for the 40th birthday. And she gets mad at him for having the Viagra. And I'm curious, like, what women feel about that. Like, if a man is using boner pills, does it make the boner less?
And I forget that movie. Is she pissed because she feels like she is less than?
Yeah, she's like turning 40 and she feels like he can't.
He needs that.
To have sex with her and yeah.
And it's not on him because he's got ED. It's because of her because she's not attractive anymore.
Well, she's worried about that. Yes.
Right.
And he's like, I just wanted to do like a super boner, you know, like he could still have sex, but
Yeah.
he was experimenting.
I've never used it.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I wonder what women have thought, you know, because
That's a good
as
question.
I inch.
Billions of pills sold, and every
Towards
guy I
40.
talked to's never used it.
Oh, I knew a
Somebody's
dude,
using it.
I knew a dude that tried it. He was just like he didn't need it. He was just doing it because he was experimenting
recreationally.
with all sorts of stuff. But what he was doing the other one too that
Cialis?
yeah, whatever the weekend one was. That's what he would call it.
So Viagra is what?
I think that's like an immediate thing, and the other one is like you're ready for 48 hours or something.
Yeah, I got a buddy who does it recreationally. He's like, dude, take one. I'm like, I don't need it. I'm always afraid of.
I'm afraid of the what am I trading this for?
Yeah.
You know, just like alcohol, you're trading time.
Time.
Yeah. And I like
And-
my heart. I don't want that to.
Right. I mean, maybe it's all on the up because on the up and up, and has no right.
I take 3 every morning before I come in here.
Before a sploder?
I do exploder, and then to balance out the exploder, I open up my cardiovascular system with 300 milligram Viagra.
All right, Cialis lasts up to 36 hours in the body, while Viagra lasts 4 to 6 hours in the body. Both are taken 30 minutes before sex. And I mean, man, side effects are. Cialis can cause limb pain, while Viagra can cause vision change, rash, and dizziness.
Yeah, Viagra hits you so hard that it'll mess your rods and cones in your eyes up.
For
Yeah.
real.
Really?
It looks like Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, joking about
stars
that.
flying
Yeah,
by.
like opens up your
Whoa,
blood
you
vessels.
go warp speed?
Yep.
It
So
like
it's a
opens your
drug,
blood
huh?
vessels
Full
up.
on.
Crazy.
My friend took 100 milligram and when
Oh
we were
my
in college, and
gosh.
he was like, "Take me to the-" He
Sounds
was
like a
I'm
ton.
going blind. And
What's
I
the
go,
average, or what's the?
Maybe you should have started on a
Single
lower
dose.
dose, brother.
So the general, it says there's no major difference in the effectiveness of Viagra versus Cialis. Both tablets can be taken at least 30 minutes to an hour before sex. The difference lies primarily in the effective windows of each medication.
Sure.
Viagra 4 hours, while Cialis lasts around 36 hours.
It says
Alice
the,
is like a daily.
the recommended dosage of Viagra is 50 milligrams, and I think my bud was taking like 250 for a shoot.
My goodness.
And the shoots.
Wild. It also gets prescribed for like cardiovascular issues. That's how
Yeah,
they
because it
discovered
opens
it.
up the blood vessels.
Yeah, some
Okay.
people take it for other reasons.
Well,
Nice side effect.
Well, hey, Riz, if you want to go to Chicago, I got a treat for you. I just bought tickets for you.
Oh.
You're going to leave at 2:30 a.m. and you're going to get to Chicago around 2:30 in the afternoon on Greyhound, and then
oh, cool.
way back.
That'd be,
Yeah, it is.
The whole thing. That's Greyhounded up there.
It's only a 12-hour ride, man. It'll be great.
Nah, I don't think I'm going to go.
That's just that's an interesting take too of like women versus men. Of like if a guy takes an ED pill, it's like what's wrong with me? But if a woman needs lube, we don't ever ask that question.
Oh, really? I find there's
Is
been
it
guys
me?
that get offended by that.
Really?
Yeah.
What guy?
I can't name names. Like, there's been men that are like, oh,
I don't do
you
it
need
for you.
lubricant? Yeah,
Really?
they get all like, they
Oh, I
internalize
would-
I
that.
tell you what, man, I'm just happy to be
I'm just
playing
happy to be
today.
here.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to be playing today. I don't, whatever,
And
man.
they shouldn't. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the ED pills. I mean, I haven't hit that milestone in my life yet. I don't know if we will, but you know, lubricants can be fun, and there's no shame in that game. Like,
Right, because
you know?
it's just interesting. It's just an interesting thing. Like,
So
I've never talked to a guy that's been like, dude, you're not gonna believe this. She freaking got out KY, dude.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm
was like,
freaking out of here, dude.
See ya.
I've never heard of that either.
Not
It's
once
happened.
have I heard
Not
a guy
once.
ever say that.
Yeah.
Not once.
I was
again.
like, are you freaking kidding me? Am I not hot enough for you? Or what? Like, never
is
once have I heard a guy say that. So
Well, you've never had sex with a man. I mean, or have you? Have you? I don't know.
I
I'm-
haven't,
okay,
but I
I'm
mean-
assuming.
all right. Good point, I
Because I'm
guess.
just saying, like, I'm a woman. Like, that is the other side of the coin. Like, you guys are all men. So
Yeah,
if you
right.
haven't said that to a woman, okay, good for you. But, like, I have had sex with a man who has said that to me before,
Right.
who was, like, offended
well, he's an idiot.
for the lubrication.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying, like, you've never had sex with a woman, right?
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
so but you're saying that women do get offended by ED, so we're both making generalizations.
Well, no, because I
here.
was watching the movie and it was
Right.
Leslie Mann's character. They got offended. And I asked the question. I don't know if that's a real stereotype of a woman. I don't know.
I've heard it often. I mean, you even said you
That
don't
a
know how you
woman
feel
would be
about it.
upset if a guy had to take an ED pill because
I've heard it often,
She
like-
feels that she's
Why? Like the first question they ask.
like,
is,
I'm not hot
Like,
enough.
and I get it. It's
I'm
an
not hot enough to get you there.
Yeah, like an insecurity. Like, is it me? Like
Right.
immediately, it's like, am I not doing it for you?
Okay, I can understand that because women are crazy.
Yeah, but men are also crazy because you a lot of men hide the fact that they're using ED medication.
I wonder why. Listen to this conversation.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it kind of plays, both sexes play into the insecurity about it in different ways.
Well, listen, I think now it's a bit more mainstream that dudes take boner pills.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Every other commercial when you watch football is a boner pill
It's true.
commercial.
I got a candy dish in the office full of them. You guys don't ever. I just assume you guys were taking them at will.
Oh, I thought those were Tic Tacs. On that note, we got stuff to do. Today's Team Riz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From Pacific, Missouri, Nabina Glass is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Nabina is a longtime listener and fan of the Riz Show, loves the energy that the show brings to her every morning, loves a variety of games that are played throughout the week, all the community events and outreach we take part in. Her boyfriend is also a Team Riz member, and she's so happy she could be there with him at events, repping Team Riz, and he could no longer gloat about how he's a member and she's not anymore. Nabina Glass from Pacific is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got Crap on Celebrities and the Fast Lane. They have sent over the song
Oh, nice.
that we'll be doing a choreographed dance to as punishment for losing the Pick'em Challenge, which yesterday we opened up the envelope. We lost the Pick'em Challenge in the tiebreaker wildcard weekend round. But they sent over the song that we have to do the choreographed dance to, which we'll do on the 26th over at the Hot Shots Fenton. So we'll listen to it together for the first time. I heard a little piece of it. I have not heard the whole thing.
Okay.
I believe it's not just one song. I believe it's a medley of tunes.
You know what hit me the last 24 hours? You know, like if somebody really like does something that damages you, no matter how much you want to root for them or reconcile, like just it's always just going to be like, nah, a scar there, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Vikings. Like I was rooting for you, but you screwed us.
Oh, yeah.
You screwed us, Vikings. And now, like, I'm just going to, every time I see that purple and yellow, I'm just going to be like, man,
Screw you guys.
nah,
Never again.
nah, you ain't worth it.
All right, 7-Eleven. Traffic and weather. First look. Moon's coming out.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 3 lanes blocked. Severe delays. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a crash 44 eastbound at, what is that? Can't even tell. It's near Grand, between Southwest and Grand there. Your point forecast, partly sunny, high of 30. Right now it is 9 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
We check in with our friends out in Los Angeles. Is this the cutest thing ever? And which classic horror movie is coming back to theaters for a limited time?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there.
Some don't day, yeah. Cause when you get something that's a tough day, yeah. Oh, yeah, even flow. Got a horse and a butterfly. Ooh, you don't know. So he marries and
It's Rafe for Universal Windows Direct. It's 2025. Let's start fresh by making your home more comfortable. Guys, get Universal Windows Direct, energy efficient, and draft-free windows. And because you've been feeling the chill. I know I have. I think we said it was 12 degrees this morning with a -3 wind chill. I bet you're feeling that if you're sleeping near a window and you don't have the super spacer tech that's offered by Universal Windows Direct, because it's going to make a cozier home. You're going to have incredible savings. Universal Windows Direct's offering an amazing deal right now, too. You can get 2 windows. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's right. For any 2 windows you buy, doesn't matter. You can buy 100 if you want. You'll get 100 free windows. And you get 36 months of no interest financing. That's 3 years to pay it all off. That's money in your pocket. No interest. You're saving money on your bills. You got a quiet, more comfortable home. And in 3 years, you got it paid off without a single cent of interest. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct, and they will beat it. That's a guarantee. That's their commitment to giving you the best quality and value for your home. Universal's exclusive super spacer tech I talked about makes the windows perform better, last longer, keep your home consistent and comfortable. Plus, you get a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own your home, plus 20 years to the next homeowner. So don't wait for the winter weather to beat you down and do more damage to your home and your wallet. Call Universal Windows Direct today at 314-334-2522 to schedule your free in-home estimate, or visit universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you will be saying, I love my windows.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
Thank
a
you for being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank
excited. So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go.
There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
So,
Flag. The flag.
if you would be so kind, my
Of
friend.
course. Do you have a pen?
I do.
Fantastic. Of course I will. That's been waiting there
Since
in
2019,
anticipation.
it's been on my wall, and I'm like,
Oh, it's a
damn
big
it, I
day.
don't have Luke.
Seize the opportunity.
Exactly. I have you guys hostage, so I kind of had to. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't sign it
You
before.
had a show to get ready for. That's
I was
totally
getting
fine.
ready. Oh,
you
that
were.
makes
You were.
sense.
You didn't just like bail on me.
No. Okay.
So we got the Struts here. You guys have a lot of new things going on this year. You got a new label. You got a new logo. You got a new single, which I can only assume is there a new album in the works.
Yeah, we've been well. Officially, we started working on a new record like in.
The Cop
Oh, let's do it now.
Belleville, right there in the main drag of Belleville, just kind of east from the square. It's a bar. It's a restaurant. It's a place to take in live music, get a good cocktail, have a nice dinner, have a great brunch, maybe host a little party up top in their event space. It's always a really good time. And I know this from experience. My band's played there a million times. I can't tell you how many surprise parties I've been to and showers up top in the little, upstairs of Copper Fire. And they always have something going on. Like today is Wednesday, right? So Wine and Wing Wednesdays. They got a happy hour from 4 to 7. Go there, okay? Get some good food. Get an espresso martini when you're there. All right, and then look around the walls. You'll notice the Riz Show is represented there. My band, Lay Narrows, I'm in a photo on the wall. It's a really good time. I absolutely love Renee and Mark so much. So go to thecopperfire.com, check out their new menu for 2025, and get yourself some good vibes at the Copper Fire.
It's 105.7 The Point, Donnie Fandango backstage, way back Point Fest, Goldfinger, and we got everybody. How you guys doing?
Band.
It's great to have
Woo! Thanks for having us.
Well, and welcome back to St. Louis. I know specifically people were absolutely stoked to see you guys and have you guys back here. And, our buddy Moon is waving that Goldfinger flag when you guys aren't here, man.
Moon rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've known Moon way before Moon.
Thanks, buddy.
He's a really good man and an incredible musician, and it's an honor to have him in the band with us. Really, really incredible.
Thanks, John.
And I say this, and we're going to do this. We're going to make him feel uncomfortable. We're going to talk about him right in front of him, all right? But you have access to probably thousands of musicians. Moon, we see what Moon does with Greek Fire and things. What was it about him that you wanted to bring him into Goldfinger? Obviously, he can do a lot of stuff, so I would assume that. He's a good-looking dude. There's that, too.
The first conversation I think I ever had with Moon was, would you make out with Sting? And his answer was, of course, yes.
Yeah, in an instant.
Yeah.
Can I get an autograph, too?
And we both were in agreement that we would both jerk him off. And that was actually what we were talking
That
about.
actually is
It wasn't
true.
about making out.
Yeah.
It's about...
Yeah, you had the poster above, and I was like, that's my dude, man. Him and Garth
And you
Brooks.
slept in the studio and wanked every night to
well,
Sting.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you that. How did you know that?
My camera. I had my camera on you.
Man.
So I was wanking to you, wanking to him.
One question that I have is, we see you guys do these little pockets of tours here and there, and I know you guys all have day jobs in which that you do with other bands and producing and things, but why don't you guys do more? It seems like when you do, people are freaking pumped when you're playing shows and putting out a record. Is it just a matter of timing, I would assume, with all of the other projects that you have going on?
Well, I mean, look, there is a bunch of factors, including my knees are not 18 years old anymore. And we all of us, I mean, I'm probably the oldest guy in the band. I mean, our boy Nick Gross here on drums is our youngest member who's got
16.
very healthy knees, but only one testicle. And that's okay, though.
Yeah,
it's a big testicle.
It's hard. It's large and in charge.
Hey, that's good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's just good that you make use of whatever it is that you have.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
true.
saying?
It's true. It gets the job done.
And that's all that matters.
He's about to have a baby, so it works perfectly well.
work-
Yeah, it worked great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yesterday I was mowing the lawn, listening to The Knife. What a freaking great record. What an absolutely amazing record. How long did it take you guys to put that together? And when will we hear any more new music from Goldfinger?
It's a great question. I mean, look, that record was 10 years since Hello Destiny, 8 years, maybe 8 years since then. So I had written a bunch of songs that I knew I write for a lot of other groups, and I knew that these songs specifically would not work for these other artists I was producing, and I kind of held them in my back pocket. And then in the end,
To refinance your house, which is great. You want to pay less every month, or maybe take your 30-year loan down to a 15 or a 20. So what do? Well, you pick up the phone, you call Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team, 314-862-0123. Kevin will lower your monthly payments or shorten your loan term. Or maybe it's not the right time to do that, but Kevin will track rate changes to help you act at the optimal time. So he knows all the tricks of the trade. He will find the loan that fits your needs. He will find the refi that fits your needs. He'll put that puzzle together. He loves working with Rizzuto listeners. He loves first-time home buyers. He's got all sorts of programs to help you out. Down payment assistance, whatever it is. Give him a call and let him craft a mortgage tailored to your goals. Everybody's goals are different. Everybody's needs are different. A loan is like a fingerprint. Everybody's got a different fingerprint. Everybody's going to have a different loan. Let him put it together for you. 314-862-0123, 123 is online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, Equalizing Opportunity. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
Donnie Fandango from 105.7 The Point. Very happy to be joined by Dan Reynolds, frontman of Imagine Dragons. And Dan, we have a lot to talk about, but you are involved in one of my favorite life moments, and I have to tell you about it. And I've been wanting to tell you about it since it happened. It came up in my memories about 3 years ago this past weekend, and I had a chance to take, at that time, my 10-year-old daughter to see you guys live. My daughter's now...
All right, welcome back to the Riz Show. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. We'll talk to Chris Kerber in a little bit. Grab on celebrities here in just a moment. We'll find out what song we'll be doing a choreographed dance to because of our Pick'em Challenge loss here in a moment. I think it's a medley of songs. So Mike Ryder, the executive producer over there at ESPN, so he sent this to me last night. Riz Show Dance Song Final Mix.
Okay.
So it's not like a YouTube link or anything. It's an MP3.
So he made it?
That's what I'm assuming.
All right.
So on the 26th, we'll be down at the Hot Shots in Fenton for what we're calling Champ Bash. And in between, so there are two games. So it's championship weekend, the AFC Championship, the NFC Championship games. So at halftime for the first game, we'll be doing our dance on stage there at the Hot Shots in Fenton.
Great.
And I think the game starts at 2. So I figure, what?
There's no way to know, right?
Well, game starts at 2.
They just haven't said what game yet.
First game.
But we don't know who it is. Right? We don't know if it's AFC or NFC.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But we'll do it halftime for the first game. So join us, won't you?
Oh, please.
Come on down.
Join us.
Has anybody done any choreography before?
I have.
Are we going to... I mean, we only have like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have no time.
Right.
But I have. Yeah. I did the entire Thriller dance for a Halloween Choose Your Own Adventure sketch show that my friend Kate Toll and I created. If you chose to go through the graveyard, we did the entire thing on stage. But we went to her house, and we went to a rehearsal space, and
we got no time.
It was good. She I still have a video of how to do that one. But man, we had a couple months of rehearsal. You know what I mean?
We have maybe 2 weeks.
I know. That's crazy.
I think we just get like a couple of moves down. And maybe we start with them.
Well,
and then we just go
a couple
rogue.
moves and a freestyle break.
Ooh.
It's got to be choreographed.
Yeah. Some of it will be.
We'll choreograph something.
We'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be easy.
I'm already nervous.
I'm really good at interpretive dances, so this has come natural.
Yeah, he's got it.
Big deal.
All right,
well then you're the captain.
Yeah,
Okay,
congratulations,
sounds good.
Scott.
You're dance captain.
I got a lot of good
You are
moves.
dance captain. All right, so here's the song. All right, here's what they sent me. Congratulations to the Fast Lane.
What kind of song are we going to get? What are we predicting here?
My favorite.
It's not a horrible song to dance to.
You can't dance to this.
Oh, yes.
The good news is this is white people dance music. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, shoot the dice.
You can go fast or slow. No one knows.
We didn't get to the chorus.
Rafe's favorite.
Into Nickelback.
I'll be dry humping a bar stool at this point.
Yeah, I think. That'd be great if we just all dry humped bar stools during that.
Oh, we will have props on the stage. Yeah. You need to get your leg up.
I have like a top
And you know
hat.
what?
Do it again.
We need a lot of like.
You're watching the cameras.
Oh, what are you doing?
Yes.
Business there.
I'll snort a line off the top of the bar stool at this point. Super committed. Get kicked out of Hot Shots.
Yeah, never invited back. All right, so we're going to dance to this song. What's next?
Jethro Tull.
Okay.
How long did they make this?
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Name the artist.
Vandals. Or what is it?
The Divinals.
The Divinals. I mean.
This is where Scott steps out front.
I only know the Weird Al version of this, to be honest.
I might have danced to this before. I don't know.
Yeah, you've already got to dance for this, so. Okay.
Dang, great
Rachel
number.
Black, right?
Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black.
Friday song.
Okay, I'm not making fun of Stalter's playlist ever again. This rules.
Yeah.
How are we going to dance to
Yeah.
this?
This is
As
crowd
expected.
participation.
I think I'll sing it again. She had humps like a
I'm excited.
Let me see.
Assistant captain.
Yeah, your assistant captain. Congratulations. You have the A on your
I'm
sweater.
going to be the only one taking this seriously. I'm looking at you, Rafe Dean. You better bring it. This is
Worry about what I got
cuckoos.
going on.
You better be bringing those moves.
I've been seeing a professional dance instructor for the last 6 weeks in preparation for this.
Oh, you expected to lose.
I prepared
I see.
for the worst.
I don't prepare to lose.
No.
All right, so we got
You bet on the
Santana
losing team.
Smooth, we got Nickelback, we got the Divinals, we've got
Rebecca.
Rebecca Black,
We
and
got
we've
Cisco.
got Cisco. All right.
Pretty good mashup. If this were girl talk, girl talk track, it'd be cooler. But it's a
That was
fast lane.
clearly an all-white male selection,
Yes.
by the way.
for sure.
No woman nor rhythmic person would have chosen that selection of songs for a dance for a choreographed dance number. Those are very white dance songs, very male white dance songs, by the way.
Were you expecting more from the jocks?
No, I mean it is on the nose.
Wait, there's 5 of us with 5 of those songs, right? Did you count 5?
Santana Smooth,
Yeah.
Years.
Nickelback,
Divinals,
Divinals, Rebecca
Black.
and Cisco.
So should we all?
Everybody gets a solo.
Everybody gets.
Everybody needs to take a moment. And you have to do smooth.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If we do it this way, each one of us takes a song.
I think we put them all in a hat.
Each one of us takes a song.
I think they
And
probably
we
actually
choreograph
made it
it?
for each one of us. Think about it. Smooth for you because you hate it so much. Rockstar or whatever the heck
Nickelback,
the
yeah.
Nickelback thing is called. I'm assuming Friday was probably for Scott.
Okay.
Or I
Yeah,
touch
dude,
myself.
it rules, man.
Oh, can't touch myself. What was it?
I touched myself from Divinals.
You got Thong Song, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why Rebecca Black's Friday for Rafe?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm not saying it is. I'm
I
just
think
saying the
thong
other
song
three.
was for Rafe, maybe. Maybe Rebecca Black's me.
We're all passing the
Maybe
thong
Rebecca
song
Black is
around.
for you.
Perhaps.
Maybe it is.
What if we each take a song and we're up front while the rest of us kind of
Do
background?
the Motown shimmy in the
Motown?
background.
and then the next song comes up, and then you're up.
You tap
But
in.
it's choreographed, right? We have to do the exact same.
Well, if you do the Motown,
Okay.
That could be the choreography.
Background.
Okay.
And then we can riff we can let the music, we can feel the music as we go, in the front.
Yeah.
And let our bodies do the talking,
Choreographed
dude.
just means planned out. It doesn't mean necessarily the entire thing has to be
Okay.
unison.
Yeah, we can have good outfits on, maybe a wig.
if we all take a song and then we're up front
Synchronized.
as the back of
Synchronized,
us,
thank you.
Yeah.
behind us, we're all doing the Motown thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
That's just a thought.
I like that.
Hit it. Yeah.
What, Rafe? You got a better idea?
Oh man,
Go ahead. Let me hear your. Let me hear your great idea.
I'm not crapping on your idea. I like that you're being very positive about this. I'm a little taken aback.
There's nothing else we could do.
You're right.
There's nothing else but positivity. Dude, it's 2025, man. I'm all about love.
But positivity will be the
And
word.
we could hire Carly, who was a professional dancer for the Memphis Grizzlies. She has done all sorts of sports halftime choreographed dances. It's a short runway.
Probably some of those songs.
Probably so. And on a short runway, she might be able to whip us into shape to do something. Maybe not the whole song, but maybe she can give us like a little 45-second synchronized thing we could all work on together, and then we can divvy up the rest.
All right.
We can practice
I like
next
that
door
idea.
at the stage. You know, we can just blare.
I don't know.
Get it all
I'm
figured
spitballing.
out.
I like your idea. I like each person taking. We could break up. Each person takes a song, comes up with their own interpretation of what that is.
I want, if we rehearse, to everybody's being leotards with the long leggings.
Fine.
Like, if you see, ballet dancers
Yeah.
practice, they got the leggings up, the high leggings. And
I've been
songs
dying
on.
for an excuse to buy one of these male onesies, like that women wear to keep your shirt tucked in. Have
Yes.
you seen these things? Like
Do you want to borrow one?
the ultimate tuck, and it's just like a onesie for a man to keep his
Well,
shirt tightly tucked.
Play it for Carly. See if she can come up with something.
Okay.
She's very creative.
Hey, Moon, type in leotards for men that's dance and look at the outfits they got.
Dance leotards for men.
Oh, it's real nice.
Are we doing leotard? We will need to order such things.
All leotards are for men if you're willing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk outfits.
That theory is definitely on display here.
My
All-
God.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Looks like a
Look at this
bodysuit.
guy.
It is. That's
He-
the male bodysuit they
Mom,
have them now.
I booked a gig. It's a print gig.
This is a swooped
Does that man have
neckline.
genitals?
It doesn't appear so.
Doesn't appear so. Okay.
All right, well,
He's smooth.
Well, now we got it. We know the song.
I don't know if leotards is the way we want to
Yeah,
go. People
no
are going to be
way.
eating wings, and I don't know if
we want people not to throw up.
the
Yeah.
camel toe.
It's a
Look at
tuxedo.
that one. It's got a
situation.
tuxedo. That one over there's got lapels on it,
That's
dude.
so
I want
good.
that one.
This is for
We're
ice
not
skaters.
doing.
or
We're not
something.
doing.
Oh, that one's got a bow
Swan
tie.
Lake.
No Swan Lake leotards.
Wow.
Okay.
Listen, man.
That's for Latin ballroom performances.
Well, I look forward to that.
Well, I hope to see you guys down there on the 26th.
Gosh damn it. Last year it was the naughty photo, which I loved.
Which we killed.
They never did anything with that photo, by the way, and I was so bummed. For Point Fest, I think it would be a great shirt to print that up
Ooh,
and
yeah.
sell it at Point Fest.
Our sexy photo.
Yes,
They own it.
they should do something with it.
They should. We gave them every opportunity. We took a sexy photo as our punishment. Mm-hmm. We did it at Riz Show Live.
Yeah, Moon and you were spooning each other on a bearskin
it was
rug
great.
in your underpants.
I know. But, all right, today is January the 15th. Back in the day, 136 years ago, in 1889, the Coca-Cola Company, then known as the Pemberton Medicine Company, was incorporated in Atlanta. 58 years ago, 1967, the Green Bay Packers won the first Super Bowl, beating who?
The Chiefs.
Beating the Kansas City Chiefs, 35-10. Green Bay quarterback Bart Starr was the game's MVP. Tickets cost $10. 51 years ago, 1974, Happy Days premiered. 50 years ago, 1975, Space Mountain opened at Disney World. 48 years ago, 1977, Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin debuted the Coneheads
Love that movie.
on Saturday Night Live. 39 years ago, 1989, Jimmy Dean was ordered to pay his brother Don Dean, $500,000 for causing a mental anguish and a feud over the family sausage business.
Aw.
You want to know what those Super Bowl tickets cost in today's money?
So $10 back in 67 is how much today?
$94.46.
Damn.
And I wonder how much Super Bowl tickets are today.
$7,000.
$7 gazillion. 38 years ago, 1987, Ray Bolger, the Scarecrow, and the Wizard of Oz died from cancer at 83. 31 years ago, 1994, Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice was released. 24 years ago, 2001, Wikipedia was launched by a couple of nerds named Jimmy Wales and Larry Sanger. 16 years ago today, 2009, U.S. Airways pilot Chelsea Sully Sullenberger safely landed a jet disabled by a bird strike in the Hudson River in New York. And 7 years ago today, in 2018, Cranberry singer Dolores O'Riordan died of an accidental drowning. She was 46.
Sucks.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee is blasting musicians who are currently promoting new music or tours as California battles historic wildfires. He wrote on Instagram, quote, "Makes me effing sick to see these people just carrying on posting lame-ass social media. Guys, right now, nobody gives a flying F when your record drops or the next
Who's
concert."
doing that?
Well, I feel bad because the Nine Inch Nails tour leaked yesterday or 2 days ago, and they had to put out a statement saying, we obviously wanted to push that back. Wires got crossed.
Well, they didn't officially announce it. It was some dates were leaked.
Well, it looked like they were getting ready to announce.
Did Tommy do it this way where he's like, man, I know I got music coming out this year. We're about to announce our tour, but it's ridiculous to start doing that right now.
Right.
In front of everyone. I mean, but I got stuff coming out later. But
listen, man, he's in the heat of things. He's over there, and that's the world. I can understand him being upset, but you can also understand
life.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that are just going on. I don't know. I've seen a few musicians just say like, "Hey, we're going to put a record out, but we're not going to talk about it now," or "Hey, we're going to do this. We're not going to talk about it now," and that's great. And then other people are saying things are coming out that were scheduled a month ago.
Right.
I
yeah, the timeline continues.
But I don't know what the right thing to do is, you know?
I don't either, but I also just kind of want to give him a little bit of leeway just because he's in the middle of it. He's in the midst of
on
it.
fire.
Yeah, there's the midst of it, but you can also do a thing like my buddy Chad, who I worked with music out there in LA, where he was recording an album. The home burned down, but they just found out yesterday that the studio behind the house is fine. So his drum set, everything's okay. But so they already have a song in mind. They're going to record it.
Well, tell him not to release it because Tommy Lee's really
Don't upset Tommy Lee. Whatever you do.
A 2-hour concert special celebrating Ringo Starr's legacy through the lens of country music is going to air this spring, and proceeds are all going from the With a Little Help from My Friends to benefit the American Red Cross and those impacted by the California wildfires. So it's okay to announce this because the money is going towards helping. Ringo and Friends at the Ryman is going to air on CBS and stream on Paramount Plus. And there's going to be people like Jack White, Sheryl Crow, Billy Strings, Emmylou Harris.
So Ringo has gone country.
Peace and love, peace and money.
So country music's so hot right now. Everybody's doing country
Everybody's doing country.
Back to her roots.
Jessica Simpson and her husband, Eric Johnson, have announced that they're separated.
Damn it.
And now she's trying to sell her home in L.A. The house was on the market before in 2023 for $22 million. Now it's back on the market for $17.9 million. And she bought that house back in 2013 from the Osbournes.
Who's going to buy any house in L.A. right now?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's right in the middle of the hills.
And it's on sale.
Yeah. Again.
Bad timing.
Yeah, you get a couple million off of it, though. $22 million to $17.9. It's a deal. Dave Mustaine of Megadeth and his family have launched a new wine brand called House of Mustaine. Excuse me. Membership in the House of Mustaine include special wine tastings along with culinary tips from around the world. The Metal Hall of Fame announced its induction ceremony slated for January 22nd at the Grand Theater in Anaheim, California. It will now include a telethon for Los Angeles fire relief, and it's going to stream through the Hall's Facebook page. Ricky Rocket is one of this year's inductees, so congratulations to him. Moving into movie news. For the first time in 37 years, 1987's horror classic Hellraiser is returning to theaters on February 5th and 6th.
Never saw any of those.
Really?
I saw him as a kid, and I just have no...
That's Pinhead.
I have no recollection of anything.
Sci-fi.
Except for just seeing him. Like, there was no story. I don't remember anything.
It's like a Tool music video. You know?
Yeah, story. They find like the artifact. It's like
who is Pinhead?
That's right.
Like
Pinhead's like inside it. There's like the Hellraiser thing is like the Phantasm thing, or that's a different movie.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Is a different movie.
Kind of. It's kind of like a little cube that like takes you into the portal of hell, and he's like one of the people that live in there.
He's got a girlfriend.
That's nice.
It's nice. Gerard Butler says actors were sent to the hospital every day on the set of 300. You'd be going to do a fight. You turn around. There's a guy down there with a spear right through his eye. Gerard Butler recalls making the 2006 action adventure film. He gets hurt a lot in his movies. He talked in this article about movies he's made with like Julia Roberts and all this stuff. And
he gets hurt all the time.
He gets hurt all the time. And I would say on the set of 300, like how many people do you think worked on that set? Because a lot of it was CGI at that time.
I mean, it was pretty much 90% green screen.
Right.
Anyway, it was all enclosed.
But if you think about like the actual army, but how many people do you think were part of the like extras cast?
I don't know, but they were all chiseled.
Of the extras? Oh, I think it was only a few hundred, if
You
that.
think? Tons of
I
people.
think there's
now.
probably like
Probably
300.
300, I think. Thank you, Scott. Damn it. You beat me to it.
Netflix is releasing a new animated series called The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep, and the bloody trailer was released yesterday. People are into this. You'll see Geralt of Rivia in the new adventure as he gets caught in the middle of a conflict between humans and the Mer people. And so, yeah, The Witcher drops on February 11th on Netflix.
The Witcher, is that a comic based off a graphic novel?
This
or
is an
comic?
anime.
Video game.
Video.
The Witcher is a very popular video game. It was Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, yeah.
Right.
And then he got recast, and people were not happy about it.
'Cause I thought the show got good reviews.
Show did get, it was really good.
It got recast.
I watched the first.
To whom?
I forgot who got recast, and now it's a cartoon. That might be a side thing.
This is, it looks like anime.
I think it's one of the Hemsworth brothers, like the least popular one.
Oh, Lloyd.
Liam?
Yeah, Lloyd Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Lloyd
Gary-
Hemsworth?
Lloyd.
Gary Hemsworth.
Well, who's the one that dated Miley Cyrus for a
Liam
while?
Hemsworth.
Yeah, I think he was the
I
recast.
think you're right about that. Podcaster Nate the Hate, who has a credible track record for gaming industry leaks, says that Nintendo is going to reveal the Switch's successor this week. He shared, "I have been told that Switch 2 will be revealed on Thursday, January 16th."
That's
so that's
tomorrow,
And the announcement will reportedly focus on the console itself, with Nintendo showcasing its games at a later date. And so Nintendo has already promised the console reveal before April. So this could be
Any of your kids got a Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, Switch is great. Nintendo, I thought, every single time you count them out and you're like, oh, they're getting passed up 2 or
it's
3
pretty
times.
cool.
They put something else out and you go, whoa, I understand. This has its place. Nintendo just kind of keeps in its own corner.
Yeah.
And they do their own corner really well.
Just think the old black and white Game Boy back in the day was so awesome.
It
Yeah, I never had
was.
that.
And it was so innovative. And now, I mean, it's crazy.
It is nuts.
Yeah. Pretty rad. Oh, by the way, The Witcher is a series of 9 fantasy novels and 15 short stories.
There we go.
It became a video game?
It must have, but these are like,
And now it's a movie.
yeah, these are from long ago. Like,
And Salt on the Wound, they recast Cavill because of his commitment to play Superman.
Yeah.
And then after they recast him in The Witcher, James Gunn decided he wasn't going to be Superman anymore.
And finally,
There you go.
excuse me, Haley Williams, her 78-year-old grandfather, so Haley Williams of Paramore, has a 78-year-old grandfather who has finally released an album that he recorded in the 70s with her help. So Grandman is the debut album from her grandpa, Rusty Williams. And according to the press bio, he, quote, began writing songs as a child, sang in a church choir, joined a band, and wrote jingles for local businesses. Eventually recorded an album in the 1970s, his life's work, but he never got to release it. And so with the help of Haley Williams and some of her bandmates, they've taken his songs and created an album that's going to come out next month. And so here's just a little taste. I just think this is so good, and it sounds so 70s, and I love that she's helped her grandpa finally
All right,
release
so
an
this is
album.
Haley Williams' grandpa, Rusty. This is Knocking at Your Door. So are these the Paramore guys playing?
No, I don't think. It's her grandpa.
Dang, that's awesome.
Oh, never before released music recorded between 72 and 83.
It's good.
Yeah, it sounds like something from the band Ambrosia.
Yeah, it's yacht rock. Woo! Sax?
Horn section. This should be our choreographed dance.
I love it.
I do too.
Anyway, I thought that was so cool. And, Haley Williams and Paramore, they've had so much success, and they're a great band. And she's getting ready to do some solo stuff. And, I mean, can you imagine being
Wait,
able
what?
to... can you imagine being able to get your grandparents to release an album when they're almost 80 and
Yeah,
they
it'd be
get to
pretty tight.
do that? I mean, I just think that's the neatest thing.
That would be cool.
So-
And I would just like to point out that I am thrilled that historically on this show, 11 years now, darn near 11 years, Rizzuto has famously, every time we talk about a new single being released, a new record, new songs of bands that we all love and know, has famously played under a second of all of them.
That was good, though.
But we almost heard an entire verse and chorus of Haley Williams' grandfather.
That had me going. though. That got me.
I'm into it.
I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I'm just pointing
Good
out
is good, my
how
man.
spectacular.
That had me like tapping my foot.
Right.
I was already doing the
Grooving.
choreographed dance in my head of us knocking on the door together. I'm like, man,
I mean, you just want to
Pretty sweet.
smoke a J on a porch.
Hell yeah,
It's
man.
Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? The dock. Just listening
I
to
want a cup of coffee
Harold
and
Williams.
Rusty.
Anyway, that's your
Rusty Williams.
Rusty Williams. Slow day for news, but really big day for grandpas releasing records, and that was your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Dove Cameron. This is a big deal on the Disney Channel. You may know her as the twins Liv and Maddie. She's also Maleficent's daughter Mal in the Descendants movies. Dove Cameron is 29. Skrillex is 37. Pitbull is 44. Howie Day is 44. Drew Brees 46. Regina King 54. Shane McMahon turns 55. Chad Lowe, Rob's more talented brother, is 57.
I said that.
James Nesbitt, that's Bofer on the in the Hobbit trilogy, is 60, and Mario Van Peebles from New Jack City and also played Malcolm X in Ali, is Columbia University graduate with a degree in economics and is 68 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Barbie Cummings. And today's birthday girl has been in 136 fine films, including Black Kong Dong 26. She was in a movie called Broke Bitches. First time Ball-Busters 2. I Can't Believe I Took the Whole Thing 9. Oral Supremacy, This Butt's For You 2. And who could forget a role in 2009's Toes Like Roses. Barbie Cummings is 39 years old. It's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. So talking about the movie 300. Yeah, that movie is known for all the actors having like the abs. Now a lot of those were like spray painted on, right?
yeah.
I mean,
and CGI.
They were enhanced.
Like CGI.
They were enhanced with makeup and coloring and shading and everything.
You know, something that is becoming very popular with men is something called ab etching.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you've heard of this, Rafe?
Oh yeah, I've seen it on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, as I was to say, do you know somebody that's done this?
I don't know anyone personally, but I've seen the results.
Is this was like makeup shading?
Yeah.
No, it's targeted liposuction.
Oh, I thought this was the shading stuff that
No,
Moon's talking about.
listen, I'm all like plastic surgery, all good. To get six-pack abs, some turn to this abdominal etching. So it's a liposuction technique that strategically removes fat to create definition. So a plastic surgeon explains it creates lines and shadows for a toned look. You know, while liposuction is very popular with women, more men are looking at this ab etching thing, often because they can't eliminate stubborn fat despite their diet, despite their exercise. Some want a more youthful appearance, so they're going for this thing.
Okay.
It costs anywhere between $3,000 and $10,000.
Ab etching.
Most procedures average around $6,000. And it's meant to be a one-and-done procedures. Like, final results will appear in like 2 or 3 months. Can be long-lasting if you have to maintain, you know, your weight and exercise. Weight gain or weight loss can affect the results.
Yeah, you gotta have maintenance.
I
Man,
wonder
this
how
would be-
close to abs you have to already be
Yeah.
before you know what I mean? Like you can't go in there like 40 pounds overweight. and
Oh,
be like,
I can't go in there and go, give me abs.
burn me down.
Give me abs.
Give me abs.
I'm here for the abs. What would you guys do if you were going to do plastic surgery? What would you change about your body?
What they say about this, ideal candidates are already fit with existing muscle tone, but have fat hiding the definition.
there you
So
go.
you're right. It's not a weight loss solution. Candidates should be near their ideal weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle to keep results. So if I were to get plastic surgery, what would I get done?
Yeah.
PP extension? I can see it.
Just
I
a
can see it
couple
floating
extra,
above your head.
You finally
just
see
a couple extra inches. Just 1 or 2.
Like I would get a nose job, you know? Like I would get a different
it.
nose.
Like add an extra. Or
You would?
I'd get it. Yeah, I would add one more nose to this already.
I put a nose back here so I can smell what's behind me.
I got to be able to know what's going on. Ghastly. No, I would get, you know, when Ashley Simpson got her nose done in the 90s or early 2000s, and she went from like a 7 to a 10. I remember that had a big impact on me as a young person. I was like, oh, because she looked so good.
Look at the chick that played.
But she had a bumpy nose. Your nose is not.
I would
that
get
at
it,
all.
you know, like you do the filters, because I can see where, like, they always say young girls with the filters get body dysmorphia because what it does is it narrows certain features. So, like, there's an Instagram filter that you can use where I love how my nose looks on it. Like, if I could just look
at the
that,
chick from Dirty Dancing.
Hexagon thing.
Jennifer. Look at Jennifer Grey.
Oh, yeah. She's another one that got
Jennifer
the nose
Grey,
job.
you know, Ferris's sister from Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Baby from Dirty Dancing. She got a nose job. It ruined her career.
Yeah, she looked unrecognizable.
Really?
And she was she's cute both ways.
She got a nose job and couldn't get work after.
Nose.
Because it was almost her signature.
Yeah.
Her signature was her nose. And she looks great.
Oh, that gal. Oh, yeah.
She looked, before and
she's a
after
pretty
she
gal.
looks great in different ways.
Yeah, so, I mean, she
I think
really
I would
is-
get like my neck
Tightened up. Howard Stern
Removed.
did that. He got
I get my neck.
liposuction.
I'd get shin replacements because I got no shins apparently.
Yeah. Shin implants.
I get shin implants.
Do they have that? But remember, we reported with the guy, not shin implants, but you could be taller.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But that's like 3 inches to your thigh bones or
But
something.
that seems very painful. They got to put screws. They got to break your bones and put screws in and
stretch
you out. What's like a half turn every couple months.
So you can stand taller and not run and
be in a
walk
wheelchair
slowly.
for a long time.
Yeah, like get out of here.
But then you have long legs and you're misproportioned.
And all your pants don't fit now.
Yeah.
You got to buy new pants. That's
it would
fine.
fit better
And
for
a new
me,
bed,
actually.
maybe, maybe you got like a
What plastic surgery would you get?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I don't know.
Like the only reason why I haven't gotten a nose job
have to think
is
about that.
because I feel I'm one of these weirdos that I don't do anything body mod because I feel like I'll disassociate and I won't be able to recognize myself.
What about a
anymore.
boob job?
Yeah, I threaten that all the time. Tim's like, absolutely not, with his fingers crossed behind his back.
I would do the.
You better not. There's
better
a
not.
there's a
There's a
brochure on the
fine.
coffee table the next day. You better not.
Yeah, I want to do the Frankie Lapp style rear end bottom because he's made a fortune on Instagram with that hilarious.
You want a bigger butt?
Okay, yeah.
No way.
Well, you've seen Frankie Lapp, right?
No.
He's
He's a
hilarious.
skateboarder.
He's got a big old ass?
Yeah.
He's a internet guy.
I think he
He's
wears
got
a prosthetic,
he wears a prosthetic ass and he goes around. You gotta look at
but
it.
it's hilarious.
Do I need can I get a real surgery thrown in? Because I need my shoulder worked on.
No.
No.
This
It's
is
so tight.
purely
This is-
for aesthetic. Like you.
Man,
Purely cosmetic.
I mean, I
Get rid of
guess
the ugly
Cosmetic.
belly button.
my nose is not centered because it's been broken a few times, and I had that fixed, quote unquote. Where they just break it again and then just smash it back and hope that it heals in the center. And maybe that, or maybe I would go for something with teeth or jaw. Just to kind of straighten that out a bit.
Okay.
Ooh, teeth would be good. I wouldn't mind to combine my eyes, so I just have one.
One cyclopic eye.
One big one in the center, make it easy.
You know what? That would look normal on you. I don't know how that would be normal, but I would be like, yep, he's a cyclops now.
Rafe, what would you get done?
King Cyclops.
I'd probably go nose job. I got a deviated septum, and the guy tried to fix it and made it worse. And it wasn't like a plastic surgeon. It was just like a regular sinus guy. So I'd probably go to a plastic surgeon and be like, get my sinus situation taken care of, but don't make my nose crooked on my face and have him fix it. But I might get a beard implant. I can't grow a beard, man. That'd be cool as hell if I
That
could
would
just
be cool.
if I could just have a big I don't know if Hans Wyman does beard implants, but if I just got like a nice
Face merkin?
Oh yeah, dude. 'Cause then you can hide a lot of stuff with a beard.
It's
Guys are getting away with
unfortunate.
murder out there with a beard.
You deserve a beard. You're a man that should have a beard.
I agree.
Do you hear about the trans woman from Kansas City who had 6 ribs removed?
Oh my goodness!
Marilyn Manson situation. What's going on?
6 ribs removed in order to achieve a smaller waist, and now they plan to turn the spare ribs into a crown.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dude, this is
That's
wild.
gnarly.
And you could look up. They let her keep the ribs.
Yeah, I would want to keep them.
You would?
I would.
I would too. If I had a bone removed for any reason, I want my bone.
Oh, okay. Look up Emily James, and she's got them in a bag, and it's really odd looking.
That makes your stomach.
What? I think that's I mean, what you're telling me
Oh Lord.
that you would have anything removed and not keep it?
I don't like how fresh the bones
Yeah.
look.
Right, that's
No.
what it is. It's so weird looking.
It looks like chicken bone.
Really?
Like when you get like a raw chicken.
Man.
So 6 ribs removed
These articles are so annoying when they won't just show you the picture you want to see.
to achieve a smaller waist. I guess she had to wear a corset around the clock to help with the swelling. Yeah, here she is talking about him.
I got my ribs removed. I got them removed for cosmetic purposes. These are my rib bones. There's 6 of them. This one's so tiny and small. So let me keep them. Plan on having someone make a crown and like incorporate my bone pieces in there and like shave them down.
Ugh, why?
I get wanting to keep your bones. That's part of your person. But I don't know about crown making.
To make a... Oh, there it is.
Whoa.
Ugh, gross.
Whoa.
Blah.
I get it, and to each their own. I don't think this is helpful in the narrative we're already fighting in the country. But,
Right.
you know, this just adds fuel to the fire of like transphobic people to be like, look, they're making crowns out of their rib bones. What's next? Banging turtles? Like, I can just see my libertarian uncles making these connections, and I'm like, I don't think it's. I get it. It's your body. Do what you want, but I don't know if this kind of stuff is conducive to an argument of rationality.
What
You know what I had before?
What doctor is going to do that for
I
you?
know. That's what I
Yeah,
want to know.
good
What do you
point.
mean?
That doesn't
Take
seem-
What
ribs out?
doctor is going to be like, okay, I'll take 6 ribs out?
You got healthy ribs. We're getting rid of them.
People do that. I mean,
Do they?
It's a capitalistic society, dude. Here, how much does it cost? I'm
Yeah,
paying
but there's
it.
Money
ethics to
talks,
it.
baby.
I could come in and say, I want you to tattoo my 13-year-old's face.
It's body modification.
Yeah,
They
money
can-
covers a multitude of ethics.
What?
Yeah, you think people putting massive butt implants in? I mean, the ethics of that, like people can't even walk through doorways.
So she paid 17 grand to get 6 ribs
Didn't we just talk
removed.
about a 9-year-old getting a tattoo or something?
Right.
Yeah, and how dumb it was.
Yeah, you think this is we're leading in ethics right now?
Ethics are out the window.
Okay, with that being said,
Hey, but real quick with the surgery kind of thing. You know, when I had my tattoo lasered off, I got these chin blossoms from my nose being broken so many times. You
Yeah.
know, do you consider that? Is that cosmetic surgery?
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of
Sure,
it kind of
sure.
blasts those. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
just for aesthetic purposes and not
I need to do that
not a
again.
purely medical. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, because those bother me.
All right, as far as ethics go, what is, according to Americans were asked to rate U.S. professions. What is the most, according to all Americans, the most honest and ethical profession out there?
Well, I
Say
mean,
doctor, but they're wrong.
the most honest and ethical profession. Teacher.
According to Americans.
Advertising.
I'm gonna say teacher.
Okay, so
medicine companies?
grade school teachers were second.
Right on, as they should be.
Specifically.
So the most trusted, honest, and ethical professions out there,
the
I got the most
trusted.
and the worst.
The guy that does the lie
Most
detector
and the least.
test.
What?
the most trusted,
Real answers now.
honest.
The most
honest?
trusted, and according to Americans, they were asked, what is the most honest and trustworthy and ethical profession out there? What did they say?
Pastor.
Yeah, it's
Pastor.
gotta be up
Clergy was in the middle.
Judge.
Judge was just under clergy.
Is a clerk at a grocery store there?
Grocery store clerk. No, I did not have that.
I truly think doctor will be number 1.
Lawyer.
Medical doctor, 1, 2,
Lawyer's
3,
gotta be
4,
the
5.
last.
Medical doctor was 5th.
Shouldn't be.
Lawyer is second
Lawyer-
to last next to politician.
Lawyer was on the bottom end of,
Yeah.
of
Ooh, radio personality.
did not make the list.
Firefighter.
It's good. guess.
Firefighter did not make it.
Game warden.
No.
Financial
park
advisor.
National Park Ranger.
I did not have park ranger.
Only because they weren't thinking of it.
Yep.
But that would have shot straight to
Financial
the
advisor.
Financial advisor. No.
Okay.
No. Medical doctor was 5.
Nurse.
Pharmacist was 4.
top. Pharmacist. Oh, okay.
Nurse was number 1.
Yeah.
The most, the most trusted, the most honest, the most ethical, according to Americans, nurse is that's the profession.
All right.
So it was nurse, grade school teacher, then military officer, pharmacist, medical doctor, daycare provider. You know what? Funeral director was next. Funeral director, which was surprising.
Yeah, their clients never complain.
Police officer, and then, hey, good for auto mechanics, by the way. Auto mechanics are on the top 10.
Nice.
Whoa.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. And this is Gallup did this poll, and they had a huge sample size.
Sure. Well,
Now, as far as the other end, the most negative, as far as honest and being ethical.
Politician.
Okay, the bottom of the barrel, lobbyist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lobbyist, and then members of Congress.
Yep.
Ooh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I love that video
100%.
going around where the guy talks about, like, he sets it up where it sounds like it's going to be about pro sports, but he talks about, people that are still playing that have murdered, they've done all these things, and he's like, and that's just 100 and something of Congress.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting one.
I know what you're talking about.
So lobbyists, members of Congress, then TV reporters, then your ad execs.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
So auto mechanic ranked high, car salesman on the other end.
Ooh.
Business execs, state office holders, newspaper reporters, lawyers, nursing home operators, local office holders, and bankers.
So politics across the board.
Politics
From
across the
local
board.
to the
Dang.
national level.
Yeah, from local, more trusted local, state, least trusted national.
Think about that, though. I think Lern brought this up yesterday or the day before. Journalism is at the bottom now. That
TV
used to be
reporters.
that used to be top 5 trusted, like Walter Cronkite or some of these very trusted news anchors not that long ago.
Yeah. The
And now
sensationalism.
not only have they not fallen to the middle, they're at the bottom.
Okay.
And we're paying the price for that erosion.
Well, it could be one of two reasons. Number one, they actually were ethical back then. Or number two, we just didn't know.
Well, no, here's what it is. Our need for 24/7 news.
It's the 24-hour news.
And
cycle.
we need to be first getting it out has completely eliminated research and actual digging on the truth. And so when people are presented with something and it changes, you lose the trust of the public that you are serving. And it scares me because, we can't live as a humanity without having a direction of a societal norm.
But listen, I also think your head's in the sand if you didn't think that these guys back in the day had.
Well,
I don't know,
that
man.
changed, though. The
There
news
was an
used to have...
the news had an absolute bumper system where it was providing information for the public.
Yeah, it was an oath.
And now the money is not about delivering news to the public. It's delivering news to a demographic.
And
The
well,
FCC
get
used
the
to
sales.
protect.
On all sides.
Well, it's also, more ratings, more ads. So
That's what I mean.
But
It's
there were
all
no ads
money
before.
driven.
That's the thing people don't realize is the news started off it was a protected space where they couldn't sell ads.
Yeah,
So they weren't beholden
standards.
to advertisers. There were no ratings. It was a public trust that was set aside to inform the public. And that changed when Ted Turner started CNN and the 24-hour news cycle, and then all of these news, they are beholden. They're selling
all
biscuits and
beholden
tires and
to their sales
that's
departments.
right, and the owners of the news conglomerates.
And there's
And if you
still a
ask
need
them,
for it.
if you ask them, they're not news companies. They're entertainment companies.
Right.
Right. People want to hear storytelling. And that's why I think conspiracy theories are so huge right now because people want something. Because we still want to eat it up. We still want the information and we want to get to the thick of something. But nobody has time for what they don't want to hear. And the sensationalism has completely, dopamined us out to where we are so over the top. We want top shelf news with the most sensationalistic type of information, and nobody trusts anybody. And
Well,
it's gonna
now
make
it
everything
shows
collapse.
with this poll that
Sucks.
as far as
Sucks.
It sucks.
reporters go,
Because there are some brilliant reporters and journalists out
Yes.
there that are operating under real integrity, real lines of integrity that are as bias-less as they can be, as possible. They go out of their way to do so. They go out of their way to do the research and all that. And guess what? It doesn't sell.
I know.
It doesn't sell.
It sucks.
anyway, you can trust us fully. Trust me.
And everybody's guilty, by the way.
Trust me. I've got Point Fest tickets to give out after the break. Okay,
Oh,
you
okay.
trust
That's
that?
a
That's a
big deal.
fact.
Them's is real.
That's a fact. All right, after the break, we'll play a little game. Got Point Fest tickets. Point Fest, we announced it yesterday, happening on May the 17th at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. 311 The Urge, Toadies, Finger 11, Ludo, Sick Puppies, Alien Ant Farm, Post-Sex Nachos, Oxymorons, and more. Tickets officially on sale Friday at noon. Pre-sale happening today at, 10 a.m.?
I believe so.
Got my thing here.
Only time you hear this.
10 a.m. today. Use the code POINT to get pre-sale tickets. First week on sale. Select reserve and lawn tickets, just $30. So after the break, we're going to play a game called Read My Lips. So you guys on the phone will pick 2 Riz Show members. One will go into isolation. The other will be the person whose lips will be read. Rafe or I will administer words. I got some words, and now Rafe has some words as well.
Yep, I got some words for you when you get picked.
We will administer words, and you'll have to guess whether the person in isolation will be able to read the lips of the person doing it, and 2 out of 3 right. 2 out of 3 correct guesses, you win Point Fest tickets. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Read my lips next. And you'll get, 3 guesses?
Yeah, 3 guesses.
3 guesses per word. All right, 8:07. Wednesday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 southbound at Page. And there's also a left lane blocked and a left-hand shoulder blocked now due to a crash 70 eastbound just before Missouri U. Your point forecast, partly sunny, high of 30. Right now it is 11 at the Point Studio.
Hi, I'm Riz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now, and that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least 1 class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll
In a home situation where you don't love the floors and you think to yourself, where should I go? I want to support a local company that has a great reputation, that's been in the St. Louis area for, decades. Well, it's Michael's. It's Michael's Flooring. You can go to igotfloor.com right now and see their inventory. You can check out one of the local showrooms. Maybe there's one that's closer to you than the others. And maybe you'll even see Mike Reynolds. Dude's got a really cool ponytail. He's the actual Michael of Michael's Flooring. And he's a fantastic metalhead guy who I really enjoyed having lunch with last year. Can't wait to see him again. So if you have floors that you need, Michael's Flooring. If you have a passion for flooring and you are possibly looking for a carpet installation job, Michael's Flooring is offering $7 for each square yard that you install, and that's more than what the other installers in the market are offering. So there's just one more incentive to go work for a company, for a guy, great music taste, cool as hell, great sense of humor, wants you to have a living, earning wage where you can enjoy your life outside of work. It's Michael's Flooring. Go to igotfloored.com.
There's a big tour, big show coming to St. Louis, April the 1st over at the Chaffetz Arena. And I am very stoked for the very first time to be chatting with Co Wetzel. Co, you'll be at Chaffetz. It is the Road to El Paso Tour Part 1. And we're playing the song Creeps. And it's really nice to meet you, Co.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having us on. Thank you for jamming the music, dude.
Now, no problem at all. And we got a lot to get to here. But I, as somebody that's kind of new to you and what you do, what was the first music in your life that caught your ear, that made you, that started to kind of lay the foundation for you being a very passionate music fan?
I would probably have to say Nirvana. I grew up on all kinds of music, and then I found out who Nirvana was in the 8th grade or 7th or 8th grade, and I don't know, man. They kind of grabbed me. Kurt's voice and the way that they put all the music together was it was unlike anything I'd ever heard, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I got to do this.
And so was it that record? Was it Nevermind and, In Utero, whatever, Nirvana in general? So that was the one that was like, all right, I want to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up playing music, but it was always, country.
All
and
right.
stuff like,
So
yeah.
then on top of that, Co, when did you, oh, sorry to interrupt. I apologize. But so when did you feel like, you know what, I can do music for my life? Like, this is something that I can do. I want to do this. I want to make a living doing this.
Yeah, I think it was more in college. I played and I wrote through high school, played gigs through high school and stuff. But once I got into college, I was like, screw school, I played football for a little bit in school. And I was like, I'm not going to make it to the NFL. I'm not going to become a doctor. So why not go get some free beer and, make a little money doing it, So
I saw that post I think you made yesterday about your grandma on the Dallas
Bon Air. When's the last time you've been out to Fast Eddie's Bon Air? Maybe it's been a minute. This is your chance to get back out there. The roads are clear, and the legendary Fast Eddie's Bon Air, Alden, Illinois, is now accepting credit cards. No need to bring cash. You're going to go out there and you're going to enjoy that live music 7 days a week, the huge heated outdoor patio, and of course, the food. Gosh dang, the food is amazing. The Cajun hot chick on a stick, the big Elwood on a stick with marinated tenderloin and peppers. I'm starving and my mouth is watering right now. It's the area's biggest and best bar around, legendarily serving our area for 40 plus years. Why go anywhere else? We're talking about the cheapest and best eats for more than 40 years with the coldest beer. They've been serving folks 21 and over in our area forever, and they are amazing. Again, if you haven't been out there in a while, get back out there. Bring a group of friends. It's the gathering place for fun, great food, and the coldest beer in town. And if you don't know what we're talking about because you haven't been, well, make this weekend your opportunity. Make today your opportunity to go experience Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois for the first time. Why go go to any other place than the legendary Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois? Just take 270 north to 367 north, cross over that Clark Bridge, hang a right and go left at the light. You will see the signs for the famous Fast Eddie's. Check out fasteddiesbonair.com for the music schedule. If you're 21 and in the mood, head over to Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
Joined by Seether. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you, and thank you for being here with us. The first thing I want to bring to your attention, and I'm sure that you guys don't keep track of this because you have way bigger things to do, but this is your 6th Point Fest, all right? Out of the 30 some odd that we've done, you've done 6 of them. Not to mention birthday shows, Christmas shows. While other rock bands have kind of gone by the wayside, you guys have just been a constant core artist for us. I was looking last night. We've played like 26 different Seether songs in the history of our career, and your career. Thanks, and our career as well. You have just been such an important part of the station as the alternative format goes left and we stay rocking. You guys have been a really big part of that. And I just, as the music director of the radio station, just wanted to say thank you. And I'm sorry, Sean, if you're getting eaten alive by something over there.
I'm making my acquaintance with the local wildlife.
You guys are celebrating 20 years this year. That's a really impressive feat. How, many bands that have been successful still don't make it 20 years. How have you guys been able to do that by your account?
I think we've just basically written stuff that we want to hear. I love a lot of bands. I love a lot of music styles, a lot of different types of music. But whenever we write albums, we just stay. I try to stay true to what we like. We like to write stuff that we like to play, and stuff that I like to listen to. So I think really just not adapting to a new flavor of the week kind of sound. There's a couple of bands out there that tend to sort of go left and right as the tides move, and that just isn't sincere. I don't think. You know what I mean? I think you have to stay sincere and honest and true to yourself in that sense. And so musically, we just always write stuff that and you also don't want to rehash the same things.
Sure.
So it's great to experiment and try new things, and as long as you don't lose the essence of what the band really is and what the sound is.
One of the things that I've wanted to ask you guys for a bit, and I noticed this as well when I was prepping to talk to you guys. You guys release a new record every 3, 4, 5 years. It's not like it's one of those record,
out on the road for a year and a half, record again. It doesn't seem to be that kind of cycle. It seems to be spaced out, which says to me that you guys are given the opportunity to maybe take as long as you need when you are writing a record. Is that the case? Do you have the ability to, if it takes you 6 years before the next Seether record, not to say that it would, but would you have the time to do that?
I think contraction.
Good people in bad circumstances, especially when it comes to, your finances and making a big purchase with finance. It's complicated, especially if you've had that hiccup with your financial situation. So the Auto Loan Pro is gonna get your life back on track, your financial situation back on track, and it's going to get you reliable transportation. So go to autoloanpro.com. He's got a playbook on there, the playbook for success, that explains everything about credit, how to get you going again. And if you're looking to buy a car, okay, the Auto Loan Pro, anybody can sell you a car. It takes a pro to do it right. If you've had that hiccup, the Auto Loan Pro works with over 50 different lenders to get you the very best financing. Little to no money down. He's going to work his ass off to get you the best rate possible. If you're financing a car, there's one thing to know. Choose the Auto Loan Pro. That's autoloanpro.com, autoloanpro.com.
So last time you saw the garage, the place was full of stuff. It was dirty, it was dingy. So this is the inside of the garage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep some of this structure here and then kind of build around it. And now look.
Well, everybody seems quite excited with the upcoming Point Fest happening on May 17th. I'm excited.
I am too.
Me too.
Who is the one band you're most looking forward to seeing that day?
The Toadies.
Toadies for you.
Because I've never seen
Lern.
311.
311.
Probably the Toadies. My friend, I was just out with my buddy Tim this last weekend, and I didn't know the lineup yet, and he was just telling me, he's like, man, I went back and listened to a few Toadies albums, and I can't remember which album, but he's like, they have a perfect album.
Oh, Rubberneck, their first one.
Maybe it was Rubberneck, and he goes, it literally is a perfect start to finish.
From front to back.
And he's like, I kind of forgot, and he texted me yesterday, and he's like, why didn't you say something to me? And I'm like, I honestly didn't know. But it was kind of like, I'm like, hey, man, you spoke it into, you manifested it, brother.
King Scott.
Yeah, I've seen a Toadies a few times now, and that is still the one I'm most excited about. And the Urge. I love seeing the Urge.
311. Man, I haven't seen 311 in a while, and they bring it. Man, they got so many good songs.
Such a great Hollywood Casino Amphitheater band, too.
It is.
For the lawn.
All right, so Point Fest 2025.
You know, it's extra cool, and this is not a knock. It's just, I'm just saying, this is a positive, not a negative.
Yeah.
There are like no track bands on there. There's no bands that are going to be running tons and tons of tracks. We're just going to watch musicians just rip.
I am hyped about post-sex nachos, too, because everybody's been telling me how
Dude,
great they
everybody's
are.
been talking them up.
And I'm like, do I go listen or do I wait?
I'm going to wait.
I think I'm going to wait, too. And 311 is kind of a chill band, man. I might eat a gummy and have a panic attack on the
All
lawn.
right.
Hey.
Why
I'm
not?
out there with you, pal.
Live your life.
I might just go for it. Just eat a gummy, go out, be around people.
You know who'd want that for you? Jeff Burton, because
Jeff would want me to.
May 17th is Jeff's birthday.
All right, Jeff, I'll have a panic attack for Jeff.
Have a panic attack for Jeff Burton.
I'm willing to do that for Jeffrey.
Oh, man, and I think about 311 and Jeff and the story of him buying a vape pen off Nick Exum.
Not having cash.
And having to go to Julie to get money. That's funny. So 311, The Urge, Toadies, Finger 11, Ludo, Sick Puppies, Alien Ant Farm, Post, Sex Nachos, Oxymorons, Saturday, May 17th, Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale at 10 a.m. for the pre-sale. Use the code POINT, and that runs through Thursday, tomorrow, 10 a.m. And the general on sale is Friday at noon. I'm sorry, pre-sale today at 10 through tomorrow, 10 p.m., code POINT. Public on sale, Friday at noon. First week only, get select reserve and lawn tickets for just $30 or get free tickets now. All right, in today's contest, sponsored by CarStar, your auto body repair experts, locally owned and nationwide guaranteed. See carstar.com for a location near you. We're playing Read My Lips. Read My Lips, Point Fest tickets. So, we'll get you on the phone, and you guys pick two Rizzuto members. One will be the person in isolation. The other will be reading the word. Ray Fry will administer the word. The person in isolation will have 3 guesses to get the word correct. You guys on the phone will wager they will get it or not get it. 2 out of 3 right, you win. Point Fest tickets. All right, let's go to the phones. Moon, you got the isolation headphones ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, Adam in Owensville. Good morning, Adam.
What's up, guys? Hey, Moon.
Hey, dude.
All right, let's pick 2 Rizzuto members.
I'll do Moon and Lern.
Moon and Lern. So who do you want? Who do you want administering the words, and who do you want in isolation?
Let's do Lern and isolation.
Lern in isolation. Moon will be administering the word.
Yeah.
This is always great.
Okay.
Rafe?
I'll try not to overdo it.
Yes.
I typically go so big with the mouth that it throws people off. So I'm gonna try to speak normally. And I'm a mumbler, so
All right, Moon.
it's gonna go really well.
Rafe's going to give you the word.
Oh, I'm doing it?
You want? Yeah, why don't you do the first one?
All right.
By the way, I'm making her listen to. I'm allowing her to listen to Better Than Ezra.
What
Desperately
song?
Wanting.
Desperately Wanting. Okay.
That song rips.
There's 2 Better Than Ezra songs. Either Good, the song Good, or Desperately Wanting. And I think that's pretty much it.
Desperately. That's I remember running through the wet
Yeah.
grass. Yeah. What a good track.
And the other song is good. It was good.
I live in with their wow. All right, we'll do that one for
We've
the
amped
next.
enough for you.
God dang, man. You guys both need to take your Adderall today.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
The first word is mortgage.
No,
Mortgage.
you.
Adam,
You
will
demon.
Learn get mortgage in 3 tries.
Yeah, I believe she will.
All right.
I hate
He
that word to
says yes.
begin with. It's
All right.
such a stupid word.
Me too.
Look at him.
Mortgage.
Porridge.
Porridge.
Oh,
no.
see? At least I got
Oh,
the
no,
hint.
no. Damn it. My buttons got stuck.
Off to a good start.
Buttons are stuck.
Buttons, no.
Mortgage. God, I screwed that up.
Porch.
Porch, no.
How do I get?
Last try.
How do I get away from the P look and more into the M look?
I don't know. This is a tough
How does one
word.
physically do this? Mortgage.
That's good.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying to steer her back.
Oh, boy.
Pulled out.
Dang.
Mortgage.
Mortgage.
What a silly word, right? Like, can we abolish that one?
Porridge.
Surely we've got
Mortgage.
some
All
other
for one.
syllables we can combine.
Dang it.
All right, I'll give the next word. I'll give the next word.
Okay.
Okay. The word is
Porridge.
Missouri.
What a dumb-looking word as well. It sounds good, but when you think
Adam.
about what it looks like,
Adam, do you think she'll get it? Yes or no?
Confident myself. I think that's one that she's going to get.
Okay. He's going to say yes again.
oh boy.
Okay. hang on.
I gotta stretch out the lips.
Here we go.
Isolate that.
The word is Missouri.
Missouri.
Mystery.
Okay.
Here we
For
go.
one.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Good job, Moon.
Wow. Comes down to this final word. Rafe, if you would.
I would. Let me get her back in the cans. Your final word
Yes.
is charcuterie.
You don't want Adam to get tickets?
Adam
Gets to pick.
He could pick yes
All
or no.
right, watch this.
Their final word is charcuterie.
Watch this.
What are you going to say? You say no?
Yeah, no.
Watch this mouth acrobatics.
Here we go.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Sorry, Adam.
Adam, you doubted her.
Ye of little faith.
It's her favorite thing. It's going to be the front
I
of her
can read
brain.
that from across the world. Charcuterie.
Wow.
Well done.
All right,
First
Crystal.
try.
Hello.
All right, Crystal, pick 2 Rizzuto members.
I'm going to go with Lern and Moon again, but I'm going to switch them.
All right.
Okay.
So this time we'll put Moon in
Better than
isolation.
Ezra.
Okay.
Which is so good.
Okay. I'll administer the word this time.
Do you think we're gonna get it?
Well, I'm going to tell you the word.
Oh.
The word is kangaroo.
Okay.
Crystal, what do you think?
Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yes.
That we will get it. All right.
She says yes. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Kangaroo.
How many times do I get?
3.
3. Kangaroo.
Whoa, dude.
No, that's a guess. He guessed
One of those words I can't say on the radio.
It's obviously not that.
And I would never say anyway. Give me a tuba.
Is that a word?
Here we go. Kangaroo.
She said
Take off your shawarma. What?
Take off your shawarma.
Watch her mouth. I want you guys to watch her. And tell me what you would think.
Kangaroo.
Take a Roomba.
Take off your headphones.
It was take off your headphones?
Kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Huh.
Kangaroo.
Sure looked like
Take off
those-
your shawarma? Why would I write?
Just do
Why
words.
would that be a word?
Of course it's not. I had nothing else. I had no directions. I'm telling you, man.
Take off your shawarma.
Did they get it?
No, she thought you'd get that.
I thought I would
She had
get that
faith in
too.
you. All right. Next word, Rafe.
The next word is livestock.
Okay.
Livestock.
Crystal, what do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Read my lips. Here we go.
What are you doing? Yep. Clean face.
Livestock.
Life sucks. No?
Livestock.
Livestock.
Nice. Nice. Livestock indeed.
That's
All right,
good.
comes down to this final one.
Oh, okay. I'm back in. Hang on.
Final one. Okay, the word is pervert.
Okay.
Crystal, what do you think? Pervert, yes
What
or
was
no?
the word? You say pervert?
Pervert.
Pervert.
I'm saying it to myself in the mirror. Hold on.
Okay, good.
Okay, come on. Come on, Crystal.
No, he won't,
No.
he won't get it.
What a strategy.
It's a great strategy.
It is actually very smart.
All right, the word is
good to
pervert.
reflect.
Here we go.
Blank slate. Blah.
Blank slate.
Pervert.
Perfect.
Pervert.
Pervert! Yes! Crystal, no!
What?
Wow. Crystal bet against you.
Why would you do such a thing?
I don't know.
I'm a winner.
Pervert.
Because you said...
Because you were yelling, taste my shawarma 2 guesses ago.
Take off my
Dude,
shawarma.
it looked weird. I had no place to go. I just got to start throwing words out.
All right, Mike, you there?
Well done.
Yes, I am.
All right, Mike, pick 2 Rizzo members.
Let's go with Lern and is Rafe on there or no?
Yeah, Rafe could be on there.
Let's do Lern and Rafe.
All right, who do you want in isolation?
Let's go and put Lern in isolation.
Lern in isolation.
All right, let me get my
All right.
lips. I got to put some chapstick on.
Yeah, get your,
you gotta lube your lips up.
Hold on. I want my lips to be my lips
Shiny.
to be full and voluptuous.
Plump.
Plump.
All right, Rafe is slathering
Lubed.
chapstick
Lubed
on
and
his
ready
lips.
to enunciate.
All right, put her in isolation. Let me give you a word.
Okay.
Rafe. Frisbee.
Okay.
Mike, what do you think?
She'll get it.
Yes on Frisbee. Okay.
Yeah,
Go.
I mean 2 big crispy syllables in there.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Oh, man. Mike.
Chapstick works.
Yes. All right. Yeah, it's
Nice.
a chapstick.
Hey, dude, you put that Burt's Bees on, ladies. Listen.
That lipstick really helped.
All right, why don't you pick a word, Rafe?
Oh, my own?
Yeah, pick one of your own words.
All right.
What?
Why not?
This isn't helpful to us.
A word's a word.
Oh, that's not true. This game proves that.
Well, no. Look at me first.
Oh, I got it. We got to guess. The word is corkscrew.
Oh, Jesus. That's a good word.
That's a tough
That's
one.
a good word.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think? Corkscrew.
No, not going to get it.
Okay. No on the
She
corkscrew.
was 1 for
Hang
1.
on.
A home run with a single swing on the first one, but you're
Rafe
betting against her.
administering the words. Here we go.
He's trying not to laugh.
Corkscrew.
See, I just said horseshoe.
Wishing well.
Not even close. Okay.
Cork screw.
Dude, the way your lips flipped at the end of the W, you went, whoa.
Jury duty.
Okay, we're not close. You're about 4 miles away.
Yeah. Cork screw.
Corgi chew.
No, you're close. Mike, congratulations.
You're close.
You win. Corkscrew.
Take off your swarming.
We almost landed it. I was like, I'm going to over-enunciate because we were so far off.
You're about 4 miles
I'm trying
away.
not to over-enunciate and just talk.
I love it.
But it's
All right,
very
Mike
hard.
wins. Mike won.
You won?
We won.
Nice.
He bet against you. Holly, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. All right, Holly, pick 2 people.
Let's go with Moon and Lern again.
Moon and Lern. Who will be in isolation?
Lern.
Lern in isolation. All right, you might as well keep those headphones.
Get your favorite.
Okay. Here we go.
Nice.
Moon.
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead, Rafe.
You go ahead.
Yeah,
You go
yeah.
ahead.
No, give me.
The word is donut.
Donut.
Holly, what do you think? Donut.
Donut.
It's almost fun.
Donut. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
I think she'll get it.
Yes, okay. Here's the word.
I wonder
Donut.
if it's almost harder because it's a little bit shorter. All right, here we go. Donut.
Soda.
He yells it so fast.
Donut.
Showed ya.
Oh, boy.
Okay, no.
Donut.
Shoelace.
No.
Oh, man. I'm a
Donut.
Oh man.
donut.
No, man.
Shoelace.
0 for 1.
I do love the way you just go. Like that first guess is
Donut.
so quick.
Soda.
How do you get duh?
Pizza. What? Why are you
No,
all
no, no,
mouthing
I'm-
stuff to me?
Because you said shoelace.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Donut.
Look.
Is it my lisp?
Shh or duh? Shh.
Duh.
Duh.
Donut.
Donut.
Donut. Donut.
Shoelace.
That's what it
Does
looks
kinda
so
look the
dumb.
same when you
Some
do
of these
it.
words look stupid.
Donut.
Try to make the D noises behind your teeth so it's hard to see.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to do donut. That's what I'll do next time.
Donut.
That Popeye
All right,
the
go
Sailor
in
Man
isolation. Right.
face.
Word.
All right. Sticking with the category of D. Your next word is drawbridge.
Holly, what do you think?
Nope.
Yikes. Watch
I
this.
don't know as well. Here we go.
Drawbridge.
Strawberries.
Well, that D and the S.
Yep.
Close.
Drawbridge.
Drawbridge.
Holly, sorry.
I can't see you, so I don't know.
Oh, my
I don't
face
know what.
is so
I don't
stupid
know what
looking.
your lips are doing. How did you get the D out that time?
I don't know.
Did you go hard?
What do you mean?
Yeah, how'd you get the D out of your mouth?
Drawbridge.
Holly's out. She bet against you.
Dang it.
Holly gone.
Chris and Arnold. Hello, Chris.
Riz is on the table, by the way, callers, if you did not know that.
I'm fine just administering the words.
That was
You're fine. You can play, too.
I don't have to.
That was
But I just wanted people to know. I
So
feel
is
like it was
Rafe.
unclear. I played.
Chris, pick 2 people.
I'll do King Scott and Lern.
Great. Who's in isolation?
King Scott.
King Scott in isolation. All right. Here we go.
Come out wherever you are.
You're in isolation,
Comes
bub.
King Scott, you're in isolation.
That's what I like.
Isolation.
All right.
There you go, bud.
All right. Music's on. Learn. Your word is freak.
Great.
Freak. Chris, what do you think?
Yes.
Freak, yes. Okay. Hang on. All right. Look at Learn. King Scott.
Freak.
Offering?
No. 0 for 1.
Freak.
Freezing.
Close.
Freak.
freak.
Oh, yeah, baby. All right, Chris.
Nice
one for
work,
one.
Lern.
Good job.
Wow.
Next word.
Back in.
Rafe.
As soon as he's in isolation and has a song on, I will administer the next word. Until then, okay, he's bobbing his head. The next word is hippocampus.
Oh,
Okay. Oh my.
Hippocampus.
I'm not sure he knows that word.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No
Okay. We'll see. Hippocampus.
Hamburglar?
Hamburglar? Hamburglar?
That's my favorite.
Hamburglar?
Hippocampus.
Cranberries.
Oh,
No.
Not far off.
One last.
It's pretty far off.
He puts those two together.
Hippocampus.
oh man.
Hemisphere.
Not bad.
Hey, congratulations.
Not bad.
Chris, you win.
There's hippocampus.
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 That's
All right.
Is that a part of the brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I thought it was an animal at the zoo.
Yeah, it's that
Hippocampus.
segment at the zoo. They
I
have-
thought it's a hippo college. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, one final contestant. Taylor in
that was
Granite
good.
City. Hello, Taylor.
Hello.
All right, Taylor, pick two people.
Let's go Riz and Moon.
Who do you want in isolation?
I would like to have you in isolation.
Yeah, that's the right choice.
Okay.
Here you go, Riz.
All right.
All right.
Isolation time for me.
What is it? Who's on the call? What's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor. All right, cool. All right, Taylor.
Who's in ISO?
Riz is in isolation.
Okay.
And so, Rafe, go ahead.
All right. Riz's first word to decipher will be pitchfork.
No,
Pitchfork.
Taylor, do you think he'll get it, or do you think they're not going to get it?
They're going to get it.
Okay, so you
All
think
right. Here we
Riz
go.
will get it. All right, here we go. Moon and Riz.
Okay, here we go, bud. Pitchfork. Yep, do it.
Shuffleboard.
Nope.
That's
Incorrect.
Don't do that. Pitchfork.
Pitchfork.
Got
I
it.
get it.
Outstanding.
Boy, this is loud, man. Holy
Oh,
cow.
sorry.
Did he bet on it?
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine,
heck,
it's
man.
fine.
I think he said that he would. You said that they would get it, right?
That record is a little
Yeah.
louder
Yeah.
than so.
Okay.
So Taylor's
Pitchfork
one
at
for
once.
one.
Yeah,
One
you
for
got
one.
it. Yeah, back in.
All right, next word.
Goodbye.
All right. Riz's second word is jacuzzi.
All right, Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Riz will get jacuzzi?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna look-
He's betting again.
It's gonna look great with my lisp.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Jacuzzi.
Chuck Taylor's.
My lip got stuck in my upper teeth.
He buzzed himself.
Okay, here we go. Jacuzzi.
Beer koozie.
Close. That's no.
Here we go.
That's a no.
Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi. Oh, my God, I got it.
Well done.
And he bet that you would. So
Oh.
Taylor's a winner.
Taylor's a
All
winner.
faith in you, Riz. All
Bet on you
faith.
twice.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Outstanding.
Nicely
All
done,
right.
dude. Well done.
I did not think you would get it. Good job.
It didn't
I
feel
really
good.
thought it was, I thought I had you with beer koozie.
That was close.
Yeah, thank
Very
goodness.
close.
All right. Well, that's how you play that game. All right.
Well done, everyone.
I will take a break. We'll talk to Chris Kerber for a minute or two, and then we got your emails. It is 8:40. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have a right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 southbound at Olive. There's also trouble on the southern side of things with a right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound at Gravois. Your point forecast, partly sunny, high of 30. Right now it is 11 at the Point Studio.
All right, so I got the gig of the day here today, like no doubt about it. We are here with the guys from the Revivalists and Becca, our grand prize winner. We are here at Music Record Shop, and what we get to do today? Record Shop.
I'd just like to point out one of the all-time great record title names by Ween, 12 Golden Country Greats.
Oh, that features the song.
There are 10 songs on this album.
But it features the classic Piss Up a Rope, which is like an amazing freaking song. That I have that record. That is a really, really great record.
Good stuff.
And I'm not even the biggest of Ween. And I don't get all the Ween stuff. Normally that's like my brother's thing, but that one
I'm a big, yeah, they got some great songs too.
I love that this store has Angel Olsen and Roy Orbison together, because when I first started listening to Angel Olsen, I was like, this reminds me of Roy Orbison.
Yeah.
And I just love her records. And in general, and Roy Orbison as well.
This is Coming Home With Me. This is one of my all-time favorite records. Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots by the Flaming Lips. It's a masterpiece.
Still celebrating the new year, and you take advantage. You should take advantage of this great deal they're having right now. Leave all that 2024 dirt behind you. Out the door, 24. Start your freshest year yet and get clean with Zero Res. So they could basically clean every surface in your home, from your carpets to your tile, your rugs, your upholstery, basically every surface in your home, including your air ducts. Get those air ducts cleaned out. You're not thinking about it, but it's going to help with allergies and asthma. It's also going to help with the dust around the house. Those dust bunnies will be no more. Lower energy bills. Your home's going to stay cleaner longer. So this month with Zero Res, take 24% off all cleaning services. That's 24% off. 24% off all cleaning services with Zero Res for the month of January. They have a 4.9 rating on Google with over 5,900 reviews, and you have the Zero Res Gotta Love a guarantee. It makes it easy to get what you pay for. Zero Res absolutely stands behind every cleaning they do. Give them a call, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime at ZeroResSTL.com and say you want their Riz Show special. 24% off all cleaning services for this month. Spell forward or backward, it spells the same at Zero Res.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I am joined right now by a hailstorm. It is Point Fest 2022. So stoked to have you guys here, back from the dead, back here in St. Louis.
Absolutely. Yes, she said it.
Round two.
Literally
back from the dead.
Roll credits.
Yes. The only storm today is going to be hailstorm.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And we guarantee it.
Yes. Now, what I wanted to bust out, why I have my iPad here, is I've been a fan of yours for a while. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the struts, kind of watching your style change over the years.
Oh, boy.
And that's something I've definitely noticed with you guys. The first time I ever saw you was in 2011. And I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up too much, but I got Lizzie here.
Oh, yes. This is
wearing a white corset, like an American flag bra.
American flag bra that I sewed myself. Thank you very much.
And then think like
polka
Hot
dot.
Topic skirt, fishnets.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, but I'm, yes.
Hot Topic was so hot back
This
then.
was, what is it, 2011? Yeah, 2010 and 2011 were, I feel like I couldn't decide.
Okay.
So I just wore everything. Do I want a corset? Do I want boots? Do I want leggings?
Yes.
Do I
to
want a
all of
skirt?
it.
Do I want to wear my bra on the outside? Absolutely. Yes.
Incredible. So, like, being able to watch you guys change, and RJ, I have some pictures of you. You had, like, long
I look the
purple
same, right?
hair.
Yeah, I'm totally the same.
Totally the same. So, as you guys, grow as a band, like, are those conscious decisions to change the style, or do you think it just kind of happens with just maturing?
Well, I wouldn't say maturity. We can definitely take that off the table. But I think it's just the natural evolution of things. I feel like every couple tours feels like a different lifetime. So you almost have to like evolve. And so, and obviously, like, I have a lot of really awesome rock star friends, and so sometimes we'll play a show and be like, oh, I think I could pull that off. Where do I find that? On the internet. Like, get it somewhere, so.
Josh's style is the only one that's matured.
Josh is very consistent, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. I've made some bad choices.
Our lighting designer gave you a great compliment. He said, Josh doesn't just throw on clothes, he dresses.
Ooh,
That's true.
I like that. I like
With
that.
purpose. Yes.
So, Back from the Dead is out. How different would this latest release have been had it not been for the pandemic?
It would be a totally, completely different record.
Yeah, wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, or
like
it wouldn't have or it wouldn't have happened, especially in the way that it was. Back from the Dead is really a true depiction of that journey that we were going through. And the craziest moment was we were all listening to the final mixes and we're like, guys, I think we made a heavy record. We weren't really intending on doing that, but we didn't have a stage to lay any of those emotions out on. We didn't have the camaraderie we do with other bands. We weren't seeing live music, so we had to lay it out there somewhere. So yeah, it would have been completely different.
Sure. It is heavy, but it still has all the elements, I think, of a Hailstorm album. Like, I can turn on a Hailstorm album and I can get the feels, I can get horny, and I can get angry, and like all the emotions are in there.
So that's a solid night. That's a solid night.
It really is. You hit all the points on there.
I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm horny. What to do?
We're gonna have to write some songs about being hungry too, because then we get the full array of
And then you guys can retire, and you've covered it all. You've done it all. But I really think you guys are one of the busiest bands, I think, going right now, because you tour like nobody else. Do you feel like the pandemic was good in that it gave you time to just be?
I think in some ways, for me, I have a very hard time sitting still. But whereas with Josh has a family and he has 2 kids, so we got to actually spend like quality time.
Yeah.
You know, RJ got a new girlfriend. Right before the pandemic hit, and
we survived.
Still surviving. So you know, it was a challenge in both ways. We try to keep ourselves busy, but now there's just this renewed sense of like living in the now and being so appreciative that we actually have a show.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we just played this festival a few days ago in Kentucky, and like the party afterward was, I was saying like, oh, we were hanging with Amy and like all of our old buddies that we haven't seen, and some of them we haven't seen in years, and it felt like 2019 again. We're like, oh my God, I think we're officially back.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're seeing all our people. Yeah,
those
so
moments
beautiful.
are amazing. And I actually just saw you guys with your tour with the Pretty Reckless and The Warning and Lilith Czar, and what a girl power lineup.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Is that fun for you?
Oh, absolutely.
To be able to do that?
I'm in you know, we're in an amazing position right now where we're able to kind of like cherry pick who we want to go out with us. So as soon as like the gates open, I'm like, all right, I want these guys. And then selfishly for myself, I want to hang out with some girl rockers too.
Yes.
You know, like we have a very different path. Like I love hanging out with all my boys and all. Like I'm so happy to be out here with Papa Roach right now and Highly Suspect. They're my boys, but
it's different.
They get me, but they don't get me the way like Amy or Taylor does.
Sure.
You know, we have some deep talks, you know, over a bottle of wine every now and then, you know. So yeah, I don't know. It is fun, and then also, like, for myself, I'm in a position where I'm able to kind of push out the young talent too, like the young girls that are inspiring me, and like just give them a platform to do their thing. So yeah, it's selfish on my part, but I love it.
It is, but at the same time, like it was because of you guys that I learned about Dorothy.
Oh,
and fell head over heels.
HVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com. This is who we have in our home. Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy experts. They do it all, and we trust them in our home with all of our systems. We're on a preventative maintenance plan, which has been incredible for us because A, it's just absolute incredible peace of mind for me. But B, you know, every once in a while that they've been in, they'll find something that might be going on because I have older systems, you know, so it's something you really got to keep an eye on. And I've had them do a water heater replacement and some repairs as well. But I'll tell you this: the last time they were just doing a preventative maintenance check on my heating system, there was a hole. There was a thing going on, and that was leaking something that really could have been extremely dangerous for my family. And I wouldn't have known. Nobody in my family would have known. We're not professionals. But Anton's was able to catch that. And it was a super easy fix. But thank goodness I had Anton's preventative maintenance schedule in my home. I don't trust many people. Half of my friends aren't allowed in my house. But Anton's is. They are NATE certified technicians, 43 years in business, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Let them get your home back to total indoor comfort. That's what it's all about. Check them out at AntonsHVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
So here we are, our very first Ho-Ho show of 2017, our Christmas show. You will be our first band that we will see, 2/3 of Biffy Clyro. Gentlemen, how are you? It's really great to see you.
Hey, Riz.
All right, without further ado, let's talk to Chris Kerber. And our weekly chat with Chris Kerber, sponsored by Blue Note Roofing. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, everybody. How are you?
Doing well.
Morning.
We'll see you tomorrow at the Enterprise Center. Tomorrow is Riz Show night.
Love it.
Super excited. Super pumped. And we're taking Friday off, Chris.
Well, you should. I mean, after you entertain 18,000 fans at night, that's going to keep you up way past your bedtime. You should take Friday off.
I know. I'm gonna leave it all out there on the ice tomorrow.
Now, are you guys going to be doing, do you know what the intermission games are that you'll be rolling through?
Yes. Was it the parachute?
Yeah, we're doing the parachute catch.
Parachute catch. And what's the other one? There's another one.
I don't know. I'm doing the the parachute one where they run around with the grocery carts and they got to catch the parachutes in the grocery carts.
Oh, yeah.
On the ice.
Oh, that's
man. Every time you see that, tell me you don't think like you remember the old little green army guys that had the rubber band with the parachute wrapped around.
Yeah.
Yep. Like every time I see that, that's what I think of.
Yeah, and the Blue Crew's up there on the catwalk just dropping those things.
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
You know, I've never been up to that catwalk. I got to do that.
Scott was up there.
do it.
Scott, you weren't up there last? Oh, Jeff was up there. He hated it.
I want to go.
I want to go up there too.
there.
I think about it every time I'm there. I look up. I'm like, man, how do I get a pass to do that?
How big are the parachutes? I'm interested.
You know, Chris, I'm glad we're talking to you on National Pothole Day. That's right. Today is National Pothole Day.
Oh, man. Listen, the way you celebrate that right now, and by the way, a shout out to the crews that were filling the moon craters at 141 and 40 yesterday. They were working on one side of the road. After that plowing disaster, you know, at that intersection, there were potholes. I mean, I'm telling you, we lost like Suburbans in those things
Oh, dude,
over
it's
the last
wild
couple
how
of days.
big some of these things are. So how they've opened up,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
after the freeze and the melting and then a refreezing. You know, it's havoc on those roads. What road in our fair city has the worst potholes?
Well, I'll tell you, like, absolutely right now, while they were patching them, there's no doubt it was that stretch of 141 from just right before you got to the intersection there where Highway 40 overpass. That's probably as bad as I think I've ever seen it.
So that's like between
The
Chesterfield
other one is
and
there's a
Town
couple of stretches at downtown.
Oh, even on 40, you know, you got to watch out on 40
But
as
that's
well.
but that's the biggest surprise too, is you just said it. It's in between Chesterfield and Town and Country, a place that you would assume the roads would be nice, but you hear the boom, and you're like, oh my god, my luxury truck could almost not handle that.
Drive from Barnes Jewish to Chippewa on Kings Highway and come talk to me. That road's blown more rubbers than the Daytona 500 porno you talked about or whatever.
Yeah.
It is a steel plate menace to society.
You know, some get bad. It's interesting to me, and you know, there's a process on fixing them and patching them, and you know, one of the snags is eventually you do enough patching, and it's basic. It obviously, you know, the more detailed replacement is a massive project, takes massive funding to do it. But holy smokes, do those patches come up in a winter storm and they got to plow the road. And then you just got to go through and take the time and repatch them. But like I said, it was great to see some crews out there yesterday filling those up because it was like literally there were moon craters on that one stretch.
Have you ever had a flat tire because of a pothole?
No.
I had a buddy hit one once so bad, and it was so deep, it was filled with water, he didn't see it. And it not only his tire go flat, but he bent the rim of his wheel.
Oh, that's awful.
The city will take care of it.
Yeah,
though,
the
right?
city. He sent the city a bill. They took care of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I don't know how much traveling you guys have done, but I've always thought this too. Okay, so the two cities where the road conditions have just always kind of blown my mind. Now, if you've ever traveled through Indiana, on a regular basis, especially on Highway 70, road construction is pretty much a way of life. Like, it is a constant, everyday thing. But the quality of the roads and the fact that you could only go 55 miles an hour, like around Indianapolis, and you're going, man, this is the home of the Indianapolis 500, right? Like, if there's one thing you got to be proud of, it should be your roads. You should be able to go faster. So that's my first one. The second one is it's mind-blowing to me in a city that's known for building cars, sometimes how brutally pothole-filled and awful the roads are in Detroit.
Well, if those cars could make it through Detroit, then they can make it anywhere.
That's the idea. But I've always just thought it was ironic that two places known for either racing or cars have roads like that.
Well, I don't know how we celebrate today, but today is National Pothole Day, and do with that what you will. I don't know. Just
Listen,
be
they had
careful out there.
Just yesterday, they had an accident at that intersection I was telling you about. They actually had it 2 nights ago. They shut down northbound 141 for a little while because of a pretty good accident. And it happened because somebody was trying to avoid the potholes. And that's one of the real dangers of it. So but if you see a pothole coming up, make sure you're looking to your left and your right before you decide to try to avoid it. Because you may run right into somebody. It's actually a nuisance, a pretty good nuisance.
Yeah, and some of these are deep, too. Some of these are like more than a pothole. It's more like a cavern.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw a miner climbing out of one.
Chris, so Blues beat the Flames last night 2-1 over at Enterprise, and it's weird. Flames again tomorrow. This is not. Is this like a once a year thing where a team will play the same team 2 times in a row? I know the home and home
listen,
thing.
there's a little history to this, and it's not. It actually does make some sense. It does make some sense, and I don't think that it really matters. But during COVID, when just to ensure that you didn't have to travel too much, so as we were coming out of COVID and teams started traveling, you'd go out to a city and you might stay in that city and play twice. So fans may remember Arizona came in here to play a couple games, and then the team that they were going to go play all got sick. So the Coyotes played 7 consecutive games against the Blues during that following COVID year, right? And it was Jonathan Taves that was talking a lot about this from a PA standpoint and the league and negotiating standpoint, like especially in the Western Conference. This really doesn't happen in the East. But why are Western Conference teams, for example, if you're Chicago, why are you going out to L.A. 2 different times over the course of the year? And what was happening was the inequity of the travel schedule if you're a Western Conference team versus easier schedules if you're an Eastern Conference team with all the teams in the East. As a matter of fact, for example, Columbus, I believe, only has 1 more game outside the Eastern time zone for the rest of the season.
Huh?
Okay, so the league looked at it, and it wasn't something that you constantly want, because really you wonder if you're going out to Los Angeles, and the Blues are going to have something similar in March. They're going to play a home game on a Saturday night. Then they're going to play Dallas on a Sunday night. And from Dallas, they'll fly to L.A. They'll play the L.A. Kings, have 2 days off, then play the Anaheim Ducks, and then the very next night play the L.A. Kings again out in Los Angeles. It saves you travel. Yeah. It's a little bit easier. And they looked at it and they say, baseball does this all the time. Baseball plays 3 games in a row, sometimes 4 against a team, and then they go play another 3 games in a row. So from a travel ease standpoint, from a scheduling standpoint, this is something the league is doing with throughout the year with a few games, and I don't mind it. And in this case, I think it's fantastic.
Well, especially
because the Blues were trailing Calgary by 5 points. Now it's 3. Calgary still owns that second wild card spot, and these 2 games have terrific importance and storylines to it. So it's one of those things where, like in this case, the scenario's worked out.
Yeah, the Flames are the team that the Blues are chasing for that final wild card spot. So the fact that 2 games in a row, and thank God they won last night, and if tradition holds, they'll win again tomorrow. Yeah, it's great. And also, another part of the storyline is, I heard last night Nazem Kadri was the target of booze inside Enterprise Center.
It took too long.
He Sam Darnold it?
We need villains in sports, okay? We know this. We need rivalries. I think I think college football still has some great rivalries, and those are going to start getting messed up because of all the changes with leagues and things like that. And okay, but you need rivalry. I'll bet you if you ask some Blues fans who the biggest Blues rival is, they might say Colorado now. They might say Nashville. They might say that. We actually had a Blues player say that before they said Chicago, and I'm like, this ain't right. Okay, so we need villains. Well, I don't think Blues fans should forget that Nazem Kadri ran over Jordan Bennington. I don't think they should forget the hit that he put on Justin Falk.
Right. So if you don't know the story,
last night,
God.
What's that?
As I said, if people don't know the story, Kadri took Bennington out of the playoffs back in 2022 when he was with the Avalanche, and now he's a first liner with the Flames. So people don't forget.
Right, and so it's happened over a couple of years. You're like, okay, where's Kadri? You don't see him, and again, it's not like you're not playing the Blackhawks 6 or 7 or 8 times like you used to. And as a matter of fact, like the Winter Classic in Chicago, that trip to Wrigley Field, that's the only time the Blues go to Chicago this year. So they don't play in the United Center. So and it used to be, you play a team in your division 5, 6, 7 times. That clearly helped with the rivalries. Well, I think the crowd last night, and I got a kick out of it, I think the crowd, as the game was going on, started realizing, holy cow, that's Nazem Kadri. And then as he started touching the puck, the boos started happening more and more.
People realized.
And I loved it. So hopefully it fires up right off the bat tomorrow night.
Well, Lern tomorrow night is going to lead the chant against him. As
I do.
Yeah, I mean, she hates him.
I hate him with a passion.
Hate him with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Get me out there. Put some hockey pads on me. Let me out there.
I can imagine Lern saying that, then looking over at somebody and going, who is he?
Curbs, you know I know sports.
Well, Lern's going to interview the little kids tomorrow on the ice.
Oh, yes.
In between the first and second period.
It's going to be awesome.
And I'm not going to give them any pre-interview questions. I'm just going to go, we're going right in. I'm not giving these kids anything.
She's going to ask about their dads.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, where's your divorced hot dads at? And then they'll point to the hot dad divorcee section in the Enterprise.
Liz, did your kids ever play in one of those games?
Yes, my son did when he was 8, when he was playing for the Rockets. And I remember, he was so excited, and it's such a pain in the ass for the dads. Because the dad's got to haul all the equipment in, and then when the kids are done on the ice, the kids go back up to their seats with their coaches, and the dads have to go back to the parking lot to dump all the stuff back in the car. And by the time you're back in the arena, it's halfway through the third period.
And while Lern's asking kids questions tomorrow night, I'm standing on center ice with Bluey, and for every question you get wrong, I punched the mascot one time. So it's high pressure. It's going to be a fun night.
Louis
Never going to get invited back.
A heck of a last hook. So
this is our last Riz
This is
show
our
night.
last Riz show night. Louis going to get worked.
This might change. This could be. I'll tell you a real quick one here about a mascot. So doing a game, and I might have shared this one with you guys before, but I'm doing a game when I'm working in Birmingham. We bring in the famous chicken, the old San Diego chicken. Ted Gianoulis was the guy in the suit, and he goes on the ice, and at the intermission to do some dancing and get the crowd fired up, and he does this running man hip-hop dance, and the place goes nuts. Some dude dressed up in a Barney outfit comes walking out after him and then shows up the chicken, and the place gets even louder. And we got this place sold out, 18,000 people at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center. Barney goes walking off the ice. Well, guy dressed as Barney goes walking off the ice with his hands. The chicken jumped him from behind and just starts beating the tar out of Barney. As if that wasn't traumatizing enough for kids that were in there, during the next intermission, or during the next period, the chicken walks around on the little stage we had at the end of the rink with Barney's head on a hockey stick.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It was gold. Like, it was fantastic. But we had so many upset parents calling the next day. I think we gave away like 400 free tickets to another game just to get parents who were all upset that their kids thought that the chicken had killed Barney.
You got to toughen these kids up.
Yeah. That's
that was gold. It was awesome.
All right,
It's worth the price of admission.
Chris, we'll see you tomorrow over at Enterprise for Riz Show Night. It's the Blues. It's the Flames once again. And don't forget about your Curbside podcast after every game.
Yeah, after every game, if you miss highlights, you miss breakdown, we put a podcast together for you. Get it wherever you get your podcast. And make sure to come on up, find some time tomorrow night. Come on up and bug us on the air a little bit.
We 100% will. There he is, the great Chris Kerber. We'll see you tomorrow, Chris.
All right, guys. Cheers. See you tomorrow night.
Bye.
All right, quick break. We'll come back. Moon's got some emails. I got some food news. It's 9:05. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have delays on a right lane blocked, right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 southbound after Olive. Your point forecast, partly sunny, high of 30. Right now it is 15 at the Point Studio.
Look at this, your dream home. You're renting right now. How about buying a home and building some equity? Look at you, an adult buying a house, maybe your first house. So listen, there are so many pitfalls out there. You could go with the big out-of-town bank where they treat you just like a number, or you could go with Kevin Putney, the local guy who treats you like a human being. 314-862-0123. He's going to make the whole loan process simple and painless. It's easy. You call, you qualify, you close. 123. Call, qualify, close. That's it. Kevin Putney's going to find the mortgage that fits your needs. A loan is like a fingerprint. One fingerprint, one loan, specific to everyone. Make that call. The process is simple. 314-862-0123. Online at 123mortgage.com. I'm going to my house. Oh, hey, just sitting here checking out all my...
Have you ready to start a new life, a new career? Well, Centric's got you. Centric is a training program that gets you ready for a new career in technology in 4 months. Not 4 years, 4 months. You heard that correctly. Now, let's say you just got out of the military and you're looking for a civilian job, or even you're just trying to figure out what to do next. Centric's got you. You know, a lot of those skills you learned in the military will transfer to your new career in technology. Centric's classes also provide structure and routine, which lead to a successful learning environment. 30% of Centric students are veterans. There are also instructors over there who serve, so you'll find camaraderie, you'll find a sense of community, and you could use your GI Bill and VA benefits to fund your education. And it's easy because Centric has a dedicated and knowledgeable staff that's going to help you with the entire process of getting started. And you'll learn about the cloud and hacking and password cracking and digital forensics and many more technologies. When you call Centric, ask for Patrick Nealon. He's going to hook you up. And they train people from all backgrounds with little to no IT experience. So change your life in 4 months. Let's get going. Centric.com/Riz, CENTRIQ.com/Riz, and ask for Patrick Nealon.
Well, big things happening in the 21 Pilots camp. And you know what? If you are going to talk about 21 Pilots, there are legitimately no better two people in which that you could call to talk about said band than our guys. Gentlemen, it's wonderful to see you again. Hello, and it's been a while. Hello from St. Louis.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it has been
We're excited.
Man, it's really great to see you guys again. And the first thing that we want to talk about is the 21 Pilots Cinema Experience. Now, it's coming out on May the 19th. There'll be a special encore on May the 22nd. But I want to know, this experience came about a year or so ago during the pandemic. And I'm curious, the show was so well done, so well produced. How long did it take you guys to put that whole thing even together in the first place for it to run?
I think it was probably, I guess we were talking about it was probably like 7 or 8 months from the very beginning. And it was, the way that we sort of had to go about doing it, we just kind of knew that because our live show is so reliant on people, that and once all that stripped away, that we couldn't just perform the way that we normally do. So we kind of had to just go and reinvent the entire thing and sort of start from scratch. And once we did that, then it kind of just we knew it was going to take a while to pull off. And so it took a good probably 8 months to get all the logistics coordinated and together and make everything happen.
So then for you guys, as far as the day-to-day goes during that 6-7 months time span, so you guys are finishing the record or it's already done, but then the pandemic's going on. So there's a lot of things that are happening while you're putting this together. Was it something that you were working on every day for those 6-7 months?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. There was a lot of video conference calls and, you know, passing back and forth ideas. And man, looking back on it, I think it's still, I would say, is the hardest thing we've ever done. So, you know, we released this last year with the release of our latest record, and it was a one-time thing, you know, just live that evening. And we haven't really put it anywhere since. It hasn't lived anywhere else. And so we've been holding on to it. We decided to really go in and dive into the mix of the audio to make sure that it sounds really good, especially in a movie theater, make it feel really big and get that movie experience that we're familiar with. And yeah, now we're releasing it for, you know, one night only in the theaters. We like that it feels exclusive. We like that it feels like, you know, you got to come and see this thing, and it's, you know, it could go away forever after that, and we're not really sure. But it I don't know, it just adds to, it feels like today, everyone, if you're going to, people feel like if you're going to create something, you want to try to spread it out as often and as far and as wide as possible. But there's something really powerful about being proud of what you make. I feel proud of this. I feel like this represents who I am. And when your security in what it is that you make is rooted there, then whether or not it gets, you know, scattered all over the world, it becomes a secondary thing. Now, I get that that's something that as a band, it's been fortunate enough to be heard all over the world, and for our music to be scattered all over the world. It is really easy for me to say that, and I get that. But it is something that we learned in the process, that let's just make things that we're proud of. Let's make something that we stamp on and be like, I'm going to look back on that and be so proud that we put in that much work. And that's what this thing is. And, you know, it's a one-time theatrical, you know, release of this thing. And, you know, Josh said this earlier. He was talking about how, you know, we executed this live stream concert in front of no audience, and when we weren't able to have people come together. And now for it to all come full circle, and we're releasing it in a movie theater where people can come together to experience it together, it's just a perfect way to close out the idea.
Well, that's good. I'd say it was just about, it might have been a little longer than this, but Oasis released a live concert film from like 1995, 1996. That was released in theaters for one night only a few months back. And it was the first time that I'd ever went to a theater to experience something like that. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Liam Gallagher, first of all, was like 9 feet tall, but the way that the sound works, being able to hear it and see it all together, it was just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have done, because that to me was one of the best parts about the live stream, was the details, was the actors, was the cutaways. You know, I mean, the performances and stuff were awesome. We expect that, but everything around it was so really, really, really well done. Were those actors?
Together Credit Union, togethercu.org. You know, at Together Credit Union, they just launched another incredible opportunity for you. This is a brand new high-yield checking account called Empower Checking. The Empower Checking account earns above-market interest on the money that you keep in your day-to-day checking account. Imagine, interest is paid to you each month. It's a checking account that rewards you for balances and not activity. To apply, it's very easy. Just become a member. And yes, anyone can become a member at any of the 14 area locations. There are 14 local St. Louis branches, and you can work directly with one of their amazing member advocates, or go to the website, togethercu.org. You can get paid to save with Empower Checking. Visit togethercu.org/empower for full terms and details on that promotion. Membership eligibility is required. Together Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA, but that and so many more offers are there for their members. So become a member today at Together Credit Union. I am, my kids are, my wife is, or my family is, all of us. We love them over there at Together Credit Union. Togethercu.org.
Hello. I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2.
We have to shoot you. I forgot.
I'm getting shot yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Excuse me, teacher. You forgot to hand out today's homework.
I know. Well, I'm doing it before the weirdo.
We get to name all the dinosaurs today.
Aren't we missing something?
All right, before emails, just a couple little tidbits of food news for you. So, Starbucks. Anybody ever go to Starbucks to go use their free Wi-Fi and get some work done?
No, I have a home.
On tour, sure.
You have?
I mean, yeah, whenever you're on the road and stuff.
All right. Do you buy something when you're there?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel guilty using someo's anything.
Well, it
and not
depends if
buying
I'm with a group of people and maybe they've bought stuff, then I'm like, I'm hanging out with them. I don't want anything. I'm going to go.
That counts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Starbucks, a couple of years ago launched an open door policy where, hey, you can just come hang out. They want customers to stick around and hang out. Problem is, now the cafes are packed with people who are not drinking coffee and eating their overpriced food. So that open door policy, that's
gone.
That's gone. Starbucks is now closing their doors to non-paying customers. Well, you know what had happened was,
all the big cities, people abused it.
Well, what happened was with these open door policies at these Starbucks, the place to be filled with homeless people.
Yeah, last time I was in New York, they were handling that type of scenario.
Dude, the Starbucks in New York won't even let you use the bathroom.
Oh, you need
crazy.
a code.
No,
Yeah.
they won't let you.
Well, the last one I was
in I'm like, bro, I'm about to poop on your floor, Starbucks, because you sell a diuretic. That is literally what you're selling. You're selling poop juice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I bought a coffee and was like, can I get the code to the bathroom? Like, no public restrooms. Like, New York does not care. McDonald's makes a fortune in New York because they're the only place, if you buy something, they'll give you the code. So they sell $1 iced teas.
Right.
You're basically go to McDonald's and buy an iced tea so you can pee or poop in there.
Well,
it's genius. They're probably making a ton of money.
They used to also cost like 75 cents or something to use.
It still does in Europe. In Paris, too, we were running all over the place trying to find any place to. We just paid. We found a public one that you pay. And that was what happened.
Starbucks, they're closing their doors to non-paid customers because, again, it was homeless people. It was people spending their entire days just working remotely, reading books, writing screenplays. So Starbucks just released a new code of conduct, which will be posted on the door. It says Starbucks spaces are for use by our partners and customers. This includes our cafes, patios, and restrooms. Our goal is to create a welcoming environment. If you pay for something.
No artists. We don't want you artists in here writing your books. And
no freeloading. Come on, at least buy something.
Right.
People do. A lot of comedians write, and I can't do it. I get too, my brain's gone. I'm like a squirrel or a dog chasing a squirrel, but.
Well, they're cracking down on bad behavior, including noisy disruptions, discrimination and harassment, abusive and threatening language, vaping and smoking, panhandling. They're really trying to clean themselves up. But at least buy something. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Come on. So it's been 2 weeks since your New Year's resolutions, to get serious about your diet. And yesterday you probably ate half a sleeve of Oreos for lunch. So how's that going?
Pretty good.
But you have an excuse. Oreos hid the nutrition info on the back of the packaging, right? I had no idea that Oreos were bad for you. So the FDA is now proposing that nutrition info be placed on the front of packaged foods now. Not the whole nutrition info box. With all the ingredients and chemicals you can't pronounce. This would be a smaller box with a snapshot of just 3 things.
Okay.
Saturated fat, sodium, and added sugars. There will also be a rating for each, classifying them as low, medium, or high. Now, the idea is that this will help make consumers make quicker and more accurate assessments of products, possibly without even having to pick them up.
Yeah.
I feel so cliche, man. Oreos were the thing, the very first, one of the first memories that I have of understanding calories and sugar and how much is in there. Because I remember I was like, I was young. I was an athlete. My metabolism is just winning medals. Like
right.
I'm nothing affects me. And I stayed up one night. I was playing video games and stuff. And in the morning, someone was like, "Dude, did you eat the entire bag of Oreos?" I was like, "Oh no, I only cleared 2.5 rows, which is almost the whole thing. There was like 7 cookies left." And they go, "Go ahead and flip that around and read what you just ate, man." At midnight or whatever it was, and it was like 3,000. I mean, I ate a week's worth of gnarliness.
Or here's how they get
Remember that Movies That Made Us thing we watched about RoboCop, where Peter Weller was like, Robo wants an Oreo. And the guy ate the whole, he didn't want to give it to him, so he ate 8 Oreos sideways. And I'm like, that guy ate like 5,000 calories in one bite.
Well, they say, Oreos are 75 calories. And then you look at the serving size, 1 cookie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you go,
On top of 1 cookie.
the 1/2.
It's just funny, though, man, that like, we're probably the only country where our Food and Drug Administration, rather than demanding better ingredients in the food we consume, just get caught up in the semantics of like, well, you can still make your trash. Just let them know up front it's trash. We don't already know
how much trash it is.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a proposal for now, and even if it does get approved later this year, food companies wouldn't be expected to comply until 3 or 4 years after the new policy is adopted. So don't look for this right away. And finally, just 3 quick hits here. Doritos, okay, been around since the 1960s. They've always been triangular, right? But some people noticed that Doritos UK, their Instagram account, now how much of a slob do you got to be to follow Doritos on?
Hey, man, you never know when they're going to
kinda
present
witty.
a deal, or I'm going to be the first one to find out about a new flavor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Come on, man. Don't
So-
be shaming me.
The Doritos UK Instagram account had an image of a square chip, and it said, the shape of things to come.
What? Cheez-Its? Cheez-It style?
People are freaking out, thinking that Doritos may never be the same again. Now, how much of a slob do you have to be to freak out about something like this?
They're taking our Doritos.
Square Doritos? What next?
They're taking our
Exactly.
triangles
It's a slippery slope.
It is.
What next?
into circular chips.
But not everybody's having an ulcer about it. So the official Wheat Things account.
Wheat Thins?
Wheat Thins. Yeah, the official Wheat Thins account.
Wheat Things.
Wheat Things.
Wheat Things.
Wheat Things.
That's the
That's
Dollar
more of it.
Tree version.
Baked, not fried.
We got you some Wheat Things. Oh, Wheat Thins. That's tomato basil? No, these are Wheat Things.
So Doritos UK, they put out the picture of the square Dorito. Wheat Thins responded, square looks good on you.
Ooh, well, will they, won't they?
For the record, it's not clear what they're promoting, but guys, the world's not going to end, so relax.
All right. There was a Doritos flavor over in Europe the last time I was there that was freaking incredible. And I remember looking for it here. I try to avoid Doritos because, again, you know,
They're great.
Yeah, because they're too great. Once you start going, not to rip from Pringles or anything, but I'm way more
Dude, Doritos are
addicted to
great. Me
Doritos. Once you hit one of them really dusted well, like perfectly dusted nacho cheese Doritos,
It
you go,
doesn't even matter.
oh yeah, this isn't a big deal. I'm a big boy. I could finish this bag.
You get one that got caught on the conveyor belt a little longer than the
Yeah,
others.
like it sneaked back in line.
That feels like, yeah, that feels good, doesn't it? When you find one where you're like, uh-oh, someone's been naughty.
They got dippers, by the
You
way.
can see how orange it is. It's like 10 times oranger than any other chip in the bag.
What happened to you? I'd like to know your story.
I'll set you off. I'll set you off to the side.
Yeah, you start there. And you place it on your tongue. You just go
Powder slut.
Doritos. I'm a Dorito slave, dude. I could
Me
do
too.
anything for Doritos.
On a road trip, I'll get a big like party size bag, and I'll have that in the passenger
That's what I
seat.
mean, and that's why we try to avoid them.
Keep reaching.
We don't buy them because I can't not eat them. I will obey.
If I'm eating those while driving, and next thing you know, I get out of the car, my pants are all orange because I'm wiping my hands on my pants.
you are.
I'm a slob.
Why would you wipe your hands? You lick that right off your fingers,
I can't
brother.
lick my
Man, I can't believe you ever do that.
I can't do
Your
it.
finger left.
Yeah, dude.
I can't do it. I have to. It's the pants all the way.
Oh yeah, my pants
I'm a
are
wiper.
orange and just in one spot because that's where I've been wiping my
The
hands.
steering wheel's got fingerprints on it.
Oh, I
Yep.
can't lick my
Do
fingers.
you ever bite into one and have the triangular jagged edge get right in between your tooth and your gum?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
it just
love
lives there for the next 6 months of your
Oh
life.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You try to get it out.
Occupational
You gotta
risk.
have a
It's
water
just-
pick.
It ain't never coming out.
You got a water pick.
I think I
that
still
out.
got one in there from like 4th grade.
They got a chili heat wave one over there. Do we have that one here?
I like the purple package. Which one's that?
Flaming hot.
No, it's purple.
It's chili.
Oh, the blueberry
sweet chili.
one.
Sweet chili.
Oh, the sweet chili. Oh,
Those are good.
I mean,
Blueberry.
those are two beautiful words, man. They got a loaded pepperoni pizza one over there.
There's a taco one that's like a vintage Doritos.
Oh, the old school
taco
bag?
one is okay. The taco
All right.
one is okay.
It's almost like the bridge between Cool Ranch and nacho cheese, and not the best parts of either.
Huh. That's what the taco is?
Kind of.
I got to really be in the mood for the Cool Ranch. Like, give me OG and I'm
Get out of
I'm
here.
good.
I'll smash Cool Ranch
Same.
all day.
And what is the blue
Cool Ranch is
speckle?
fine.
You know, what the
Nobody
hell is
knows.
that? Nobody knows.
I
Nobody
think
cares.
I think it's
Microplastics.
I think it's methamphetamine.
The purple,
blue ice.
The purple is called spicy sweet chili.
Yeah, that's good.
You know who's stolen Doritos' shape and been quite successful is Popcorners. Don't know if you've had
What
the
is
sweet
that?
Popcorners.
Those are good. Those are good.
They went with the triangular Dorito size and design, and
But they're puffed, right?
yeah, and they're like
Cinnamon sugar.
cinnamon and sugar flavored. Very good. Very tasty.
I like there's cheddar ones, the cheddar popcorners.
Spicy
Remember
queso.
the 3D Dorito? Where it was
Yeah, I
big
didn't
old
love
puff
those.
Guy?
Didn't love them.
I liked him.
That's probably what popcorner is.
Didn't love them. All right, listen.
But it's a ratio issue, and that's where nacho cheese it gets you. It's a perfect ratio. More chip, more chip.
We got on a damn Doritos tangent. We have to shoot Lern after the break. I'm sorry, guys.
Know.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
All right, 9:26 Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Thank you, Lern.
You're welcome.
Looks like we have a right lane blocked and a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 southbound, still at Olive. Your point forecast, partly sunny, high of 30. Right now it's 15 at the Point Studio.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you.
We just got off the phone with Chris Kerber, the voice of the Blues, and tomorrow night we're going to be the in-game hosts for the Blues game, which is exciting. And maybe your kids have been talking a lot about hockey. They've been watching the Blues play this year, and they really want to get into the sport. But you've done your research, and you know that hockey can be a very pricey thing to get involved with. Well, I got a great solution for you. Go to First Community because they've teamed up with the St. Louis Blues, who offer a low-cost learn-to-play program, which lets kids experience hockey for the very first time. Now, this is intended for kids ages 4 through 9 that have never got to participate in organized youth hockey, and it's all for a reasonable cost, which is the best part. So that's why I love First Community. They always make your dollar go much, much further over there. And what is awesome with this program is they're going to not only get that time on the ice, but all the equipment is included with the registration fee, the helmet, the stick, the pads, and yes, even the skates. Absolutely amazing. And they get to practice at the Centene Community Ice Center, the same place the Blues practice at. So you know it's legit. It's a wonderful place. Go to First Community. Ask them today about the Little Blues program. This is a great way to start the young ones off in your life into hockey. Go to First Community. That's firstcommunity.com.
It's a nerve-wracking day. What? You guys and Queens of the Stone Age. Back-to-back interviews. I'm already a high-strung person. Whew. I can't wait to have a beer when this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
You don't need to worry about us.
Well, yeah, but I do though, because see, here's where the rub is with me and bands that I really like. If it's a band that I'm about, I can power right through.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it's a band that I really dig, then there's a bit of that fanboy stuff that starts popping out. And that's what I'm trying to control. So here, I'm bringing it down. I'm going to do my best professional interview as I.
You're doing very well so far.
Together we can all do this.
We can all do this. So I had the fortune of seeing you guys on Saturday. I was in Austin at ACL.
Oh.
Now I want to talk about this. I got to talk about this because I know you guys had troubles. I guess it was with pedals.
With cables and amps weren't turning on, basically. Yeah.
But from where I was standing and watching from my vantage point, it was a flipping phenomenal show. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
So when you are, a few days away from that, this kind of already answered my question with your facial expressions, but do you look back at that and go, whew, I can't wait for this weekend and us able to do it again? Or do you go back and go, you know what, this song was messed up, but we powered through for the rest?
I kind of, when stuff goes wrong and breaks, I almost feel like I'm almost like, see, it can go wrong. And what we do is real,
Sure.
We don't play to a backing track or a click, and we just plug in and go. And when that breaks, it's proof that that we are taking some element, some sort of a risk up there.
Yeah.
And also, I think as well, when stuff goes wrong, it forces you to go in a different direction, and you have to dig from somewhere else that you didn't think you were going to have to. So I think in the case of ACL, like, part of me was like incredibly frustrated because people would come to see us and shit was breaking. But on the other hand, the songs that we did manage to make stuff work for, I felt like I had this kind of whole new energy to them.
Absolutely.
It's exciting. It's like you want to see people on the cusp of losing their minds, which I certainly was at the time.
I saw a band once kick over a whole entire like amp bed, or amp rack thing, and it was one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen anything destroyed on stage. I got to say, I was kind of hoping for that with you guys too, just because.
He threw the amps over.
Oh, you did? Well, so then I didn't see that particular part of it then.
Yeah, I was pissed off.
Okay, well, see, I shouldn't make light of that. I apologize.
Well, no, it was in hindsight very funny.
Did you guys bowl in Kansas City last night?
Yes.
How'd you do?
Actually quite good. We were really drunk.
That helps your bowling game.
And, well, it did, I think. Well,
pretty good scores.
We did.
Well, do you remember?
I remember I came third and first. We played 2 games.
But, averaging of like 4 strikes a
4 strikes a game.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't get any spares, but
no,
I got a lot of strikes.
Yeah. Which is better.
Legitimately one of the most frustrating games I think that you can play, because to me, I look at it and go, this is easy. I can do this. And then you start and you're like, oh, wait.
Yeah. You either have it or you don't, I think.
Yeah.
You either have a terrible game and you get 20 points, or you're just nailing it and you don't know where it's come from.
Right. Well, we had, the last time I took my kids a couple of weekends ago, and so we had one lane without the bumpers, one lane with the bumpers. So you take one game without, and then, when you need to feel good about yourself, you just hop over to the bumper lane, boop, 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 and then it knocks them all over. One of the things I noticed that you do on your Twitter, which I love, is you just, and I don't know if it's a ranking necessarily, but do you, when you're tweeting out songs, and like you number a song, like 265, and then you tweet, is that just a song that you're...
That's a song a day that I'm doing. It also is on my Instagram. I put the cover of it, and it's just a song that pops into my head and I listen to, and I think, that's a good song from this band. But I don't ever double bands up, so it has to be one song, one band.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. So you're not going to repeat, like you had Wolf Alice, I think, last week.
Yeah.
With their new track. So you're not going to...
The playoffs are here, and it's time to cash in on your hot takes. And you can do that with Underdog. Whether you're back in that breakout performance or calling out a cold streak. Looking at you, Sam Darnold. Underdog is the place to turn your sports knowledge into real cash. With over 5 million players and more than $2 billion won, Underdog makes it easy. It makes it fun to win big on your favorite athletes' performances. Now, with their Champions game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money just by predicting higher or lower on stats like touchdowns or yards, catches, a whole bunch of different things. Plus, Underdog is the only platform that lets you cash out anytime with their Win Now feature. Hey, maybe you're not a football fan. You could do it with basketball. You could do it with hockey. You could do it with college football. And if an injury derails your entry, don't worry. Underdog's got your back with rescues to keep you in the game. So what are you waiting for? Underdog is the best place to play champions. Download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code RIZ, and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code RIZZ. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog operates. Terms apply. Concern your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
I'm so excited to be back here at Point Fest 2021, and for the very first time in person after multiple FaceTimes. Josh from Bad Flower, dude, You're really
Hello.
here.
You're a real person.
You are a real
I
person.
thought maybe you were like a computer-generated deep fake.
All right, Lern.
Yeah.
Gotta get you shot here. All right, so you did what, 4 yesterday?
I think so.
Yep.
So 4 yesterday, 4 today, and then another 4 Thursday, and then you're done, right?
Yeah, my whole ass, like Curbs was talking about, like moon craters, like that's what's up with dead ass right now. So.
All right, well,
So
let's
MoDOT needs to work on it.
just on National Pothole Day. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
2, 3.
Oh man, woo, boy.
Bing, bang, bang.
2, 3.
Oh man,
I love that.
whap.
2, 3.
Oh man.
Okay.
One more.
2, 3. She felt that one.
All right. Well, hey, just one more day of this, and we're good. And the season's over.
Heart rate 140. Right
And
on.
the season's
You did
over.
good.
And the season's over for good.
Do you feel anything?
It goes numb.
Pain, yes. Your
The
body can
pain.
only take so many of those shots, and then it shuts down. It's a shock.
It feels like a sunburn. Like as it fades out, it feels like your buns are burned.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a heat.
All right, let's do sports. Boone, what do we got?
Well, we mentioned earlier that the Blues are chasing down, the Calgary Flames for that final wild card spot in the Western Conference, and last night set themselves up well with a 2-1 win over the Flames. The Blues entered the evening 5 points behind them, despite having played 2 more games than Calgary. Blues and Flames tomorrow, 7 p.m. here in St. Louis.
Riz Show night. And we hope to see you down there at Enterprise. I know our theme tickets completely sold out, but if you see us running around, come say hi.
Yeah, and there's still other tickets available, and I'm sure you're going to see us running around, so say hi. You're just not going to get the theme night thing, but still plenty of tickets available to the game. Make sure you come have some fun, root on the Blues and the Riz Show. Mizzou basketball was down in Florida and held on to their lead just long enough for an 83-82 road upset of the Gators, who's considered one of the better teams in the nation. Mizzou is now 14-3, 3-1 in the SEC. Now, some Paris Olympians are dealing with defective bling, according to over 100 participants in last summer's Olympics that are saying that their medals are deteriorating.
It's like,
The company that made the medals, Monet de Paris, said that they are working to assess medal claims and understand the circumstances and cause of damage. The company also said all damaged medals will be replaced and identically engraved at the request of athletes during the first quarter of 2025. 2 things on that. One, I think it's this company, is sending Olympians that lost their medals in these fires.
Yeah, they're sending them
replacements. And 2, what are you doing with the medal that it even has an opportunity to deteriorate? Well, wouldn't you hang it on a wall or in one of them shadow boxes or something?
Well, I'm sure you're showing it off. You're letting people touch it. You're letting
Is that
people
it?
put it on, and then
Because they're gold plated, right? Supposedly.
yeah, it's not real gold.
Tell you what, Jostens would have never let that happen.
The yearbook company?
The high school ring company, dude.
Oh, that's
You call it Jostens made them medals. Those things are good for 3,000 years. I've seen high school rings from 1700s that are still in pristine condition.
Have you ever held an Olympic medal?
No.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Whose?
I don't remember whose it was. I think it was a soccer medal. It was in Utah. Had to be a soccer. It had to be from soccer.
I've held a World Series ring. I've held a Stanley Cup ring. I've held a NFL ring.
I've held an earring.
Earrings, yes.
And my buddy Brandon in Salt Lake has a lot of athlete friends, and he has this room that's like dedicated to all these cool trophies and all that. And sometimes he has, he's been gifted some, and then he also has some for other friends that are kind of hanging in his trophy room because they don't want to hang it up in their house.
Yeah.
And he has an Olympic medal, and is it an MLS? I think you get like a medal for winning the MLS Cup, and I think he had one of those. He's got some really cool stuff, so I've been able to hold some of those things. But I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
That's correct. Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
backstage at the pageant.
Talk about you running on empty. You feeling like you're running on empty. You know, Mentality Health is going to help you out. Locations in Chesterfield and South County. So let's talk about why you might not be feeling like yourself. It's probably low T. So symptoms of low T: low energy, low motivation. You're tired all the time. You've gained a lot of weight. You've lost a lot of muscle. You feel anxious. You're moody. You're irritable. You're not focusing. You're not the same man you were in the bedroom as you once were. Mentality is a local healthcare facility that specializes in helping men feel and perform at their best. They offer FDA-approved testosterone therapy combined with semaglutide to target fat while maintaining muscle. Your energy comes roaring back. Your belly fat burns off. Your muscles strengthen up. Feel like yourself again. Confident, driven, and ready to tackle life. So this year, stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Mentality's New Year offer is your chance to take back control. Men today have 30% less testosterone. Take back your numbers. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio to get access. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Backstage at Point Fest, and this is, I gotta say, of all of the interviews that I've done, as far as the placement in conjunction with the show, this one is a little different because there's not going to be a show here tonight, but we've got Highly Suspect here to join us. So, gentlemen, hello, and I'm going to make this probably pretty awkward for all of us.
Happy to be here. Grateful to be here.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful to see you guys again, and it has been a spell since we have heard new Highly Suspect music. All right, so I want to know when there's something new work. I mean, what do you got? There's got to be something going on. You got to have a single. You got to have a record.
June
There's gotta be
22nd. You heard it fucking here first, right here on the point.
Ooh.
June 22nd. I'm not
like
going to give you the name of the song, though.
Okay.
But that'll be the first single.
All right, I'm going to do this, though. I will admit, though, I heard the song yesterday, and it's freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, we're on your Instagram Live? You do not want to be on the Instagram Live with me, man. I'm not a guy that's made for camera. I am the face for radio if there ever was an example.
I think you're beautiful.
Well,
June 22nd, and we are so fucking bummed about not being able to play today because, you know, maybe you would have gotten a little tease.
I think we would have. That's your way of saying you were going to play the new song in the set.
I just said maybe. I don't know.
So, like, but it's been a while since we've had a chance to, like, kind of hang out and stuff and see you guys roll through town. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Has there been anything new going on in the life, in the world? Catch us up.
Yeah, tons. I mean, my brother and I moved to Nashville. We built a studio in it, and then we got to work on the record, and that took a long time. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly just nice to be off the road for a little bit. We toured for like 6 years straight or something like that, and it was just nice to take a little break. And
we got really good at Apex.
Yeah.
That's the new development.
Yeah, Apex Legends.
A lot of Netflix,
awesome.
A lot of Grubhub.
Oh,
and it's just been a honestly, like, it's a bum out that everything happened, but I think it was necessary because we wrote probably the best album any of you have ever heard. So that's it.
So was most of the writing and all this stuff done in Nashville at your place, right?
We kind of bounced back and forth. Johnny's in LA, so we were going back and forth between the two, and it just took our time with it. And I think that's like the best part about it is that you shouldn't rush art, and we didn't. So we made something that we're really, really happy with.
But guys, that's kind of hard because you're in a bit of a business in which that when you have a successful single, the next thing is okay, when's the next one coming? So how do you balance?
You just stop giving a fuck.
Well, I guess that's probably it, though. But seriously, I mean, like, not even as a joke. Like, really, you probably have to do that at some point.
If we wanted to rush out music to elicit fame, we could have chosen that path. Mm-hmm. We care about the art. We care about what we put out. It's quality over quantity. So we said, no, fuck it, we're going to take our time. I think we've established, without sounding like too much of a jerk, we've established this point in our career where it's okay if we take 2.5 years and people wait as long as something's really good. You know what I mean? As opposed to like Lana Del Rey, that type of like, take your time with it as opposed to pop it out, because we have things that we really want to say. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And that you need life experience in order to say them. You have to go through experience. You have to have thoughts and opinions on subjects. Or you could just be like, my girl and my car and my dog.
Presented by Schnucks is back at the end of the month, January 31st and February 1st, downtown Union Station, featuring hundreds of wines, a selection of craft beers, and culinary delights around every corner. And new this year, you can buy wine as you taste it with their online ordering site. So you'll get exclusive event-only discounted prices that are even lower than the Schnucks Wine Club offers. So you get the grand tasting event, which is Friday the 31st from 7 to 10. You'll spend your evening sampling all these delicious vintage wines from all over the place. You'll feast on gourmet food in the beautifully designed Grand Hall at St. Louis Union Station. You get a commemorative wine glass as well with that event. And you got the main event, Saturday, February 1st from noon to 5. Enjoy a full day of sampling hundreds of wines and a variety of gourmet foods. Experience wine tastings from the world's premier growing regions. And you also get that commemorative wine glass. Also ask about the VIP experience. Even more wine tastings, even more food. Plus, you'll be able to join various cooking school classes. That's all the VIP experience. For more info, go to schnucks.com/STL-food-wine. That's schnucks.com/STL-food-wine. St. Louis Food and Wine is presented by Schnucks to benefit the Repertory Theater of St. Louis and Operation Food Search. You must be 21 or older to attend.
All right, so here we are backstage, the Stiefel Theater. Mr. Nathaniel Rateliff, how you doing, sir?
I'm great. I've heard there's been some going back and forth about the pronunciation of the theater, because this used to be the Kiel Auditorium, right?
It was Kiel.
Right.
Then they changed it to the, oh gosh, what was it before this? It was the Peabody. And now the Stiefel.
Okay, Stiefel.
Well, what are you hearing on your side of things?
I've heard people say Stifle, Stiefel, I also, until, we got here, thought it was still Peabody. So.
Right. Well, you know what? I've said it mistakenly on the air before, to the point where somebody sends an email saying, hey, Donnie, just a reminder that it's the Stiefel and not the Peabody. Because, I'm sure everybody.
It's a good thing we have people trolling your show,
Right.
To point out your mistakes.
Right. Thank you very much. So it's great to have you in town again. One of the things that I'd love to know is, when you come to St. Louis, what is your guest list number compared to, say, any other random city in the country?
I was just joking about that with our tour manager, because my mom and Joseph's mom were here. So I think, it's an average like 50 to 60 family members and friends. And then there's some people that I don't even know. They're like, I'm friends with. I was like, well, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know who the hell you are. But, it's always nice just to be around family and have the opportunity to, be able to see everybody. And, a lot of them don't get to come to a legendary theater like this and be backstage. Or I think my mom's actually out in the auditorium taking photos right now. So
that's awesome.
Which is cool, So
Yeah.
it's exciting for them, and I always like to try to make everybody happy. So
Absolutely, which has got to be a tough thing to do a lot of times, though, too.
But you can't make everybody happy.
Yeah. But I got to tell you this. It's just a little personal thing here, right quick, man. Yesterday, I had one of those days. You know what I mean? I was just grumpy.
Scrap Mart Metals, scrapmartmetals.com. Clean up on the job site, it sucks for contractors. You know that. If you're a contractor, I'm not going to tell you that. So make it easy on yourself. Get your dump trailer, fill it with all that scrap from the job site, drive it on the Scout Scrap Mart, let them recycle it for you, plus walk away with some nice cash in your pocket, or talk to Lucas down there and have them come out to the job site to get all the scrap and let them do it for you. Again, walk away with some money in your pocket. Instead of just throwing out all that scrap, throw it into the landfill, recycle it. They'll take copper wire, they'll take brass and stainless steel, aluminum and cans, batteries, electric motors, steel, cast iron. Go to scrapmartmetals.com for all the info, but drive through on the scale and you could see the scale weights. Nothing is shady about it. They've been offering top dollar payouts for all your scrap metals since 2011. Collect all the recyclables from your house or your business you'd normally throw out, load them in your vehicle, make the quick drive over to Scrap Mart, and make some money. Valley Park, Peevely, and Jonesburg. ScrapMartMetals.com, ScrapMartMetals.com.
Donnie Fandango from 105.7 The Point. Very happy to be joined by Dan Reynolds, frontman of Imagine Dragons. And Dan, we have a lot to talk about, but you are involved in one of my favorite life moments, and I have to tell you about it. And I've been wanting to tell you about it since it happened. It came up in my memories about 3 years ago this past weekend. And I had a chance to take, at that time, my 10-year-old daughter to see you guys live. My daughter's now 13, and some days are rough. And she's an amazing girl. But that day at your show, Dan, for the first time, I got to watch her get completely lost in a show. Her eyes were closed. She was singing the songs. She was completely unaware of anything else around her other than just being lost in the show. And as a music fan, as a father, as a person, it is one of my favorite memories of all time. And I thank you so much for being a part of that. I know you get to do that, you know, not just with me, but man, it's something that I look back on fondly and always, always, always will.
Thank you, man. Thanks for sharing that. That's, yeah, I miss shows. I miss looking out and seeing people do exactly that, you know, get lost in it. And that's what it's all about. I think the whole world needs music, you know, that's what unites us. So I love hearing stories like that. So thanks for sharing that.
Nah, man, not at all. So big things going on in the Imagine Dragons camp. The new album coming out September the 3rd. It's called Mercury Act 1. I want to know tell me about this album title. What does that mean? Or do we find out?
Oh, yeah. The meaning of the title, originally when I was playing around with ideas and thinking through it, I thought I'd call the album Mercurial, which is a word that basically means volatile or subject to dramatic changes, which is really indicative of the whole record and my state of being since I was a teenager. You know, I've dealt with a lot of mood swings and bipolar and depression and a lot of this record kind of delves into that. So there's a lot of high highs and low lows, and that's kind of, anybody who's close to me knows that that's kind of my point of existence. And it's just come to be something that I just accept, and it's, you know, it's who I am. But mercurial is quite a difficult word to just pronounce and say. And Mercury, the word Mercury is derivative of that. So yeah, that's how we ended up on Mercury. And I just love the visuals. Visuals are so important to me as well. And just the visuals of Mercury and how reflective and cool it is and how much we can play around with that. That's kind of the process that led me there.
I'm very fascinated by songwriters just in general. It's something that I, you know, have never been able to do. And, you know, I find it to be just an unbelievable talent. But one of the things to me that is the most remarkable about it, Dan, is you're writing these songs that are so incredibly personal about these life experiences that are happening to you. And not only are you putting them into the song so that you have to sing about them, but then after the fact, you've got idiots like me that are asking you about these very super personal moments in your life that you have to kind of go back and talk about. To me, that would be extremely difficult to do on a semi-regular basis. How are you able to do that?
On the show about Bachelor and Bachelorette parties. Hey, if you are in charge of, let's say, planning the Bachelorette party, where do you go for your party supplies? You know, all that penis-shaped stuff. You go to Patricia's. Plenty of fun ideas to put in that gift bag. Candy, naughty dice, corsets, and more. And if you have any questions, just ask an employee. They'll help you out, steer you in the right direction. They're not going to judge you. Trust me, if you're in there for a bachelorette party or if you're in there just to pick up something for the bedroom. Lotions, lubes, vibrating toys, non-vibrating toys, something for everyone, stuff for the expert, stuff for the novice, and everybody in between. You got 3 very convenient locations: St. Peter's, the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet and where naughty is nice. Patricia's. Okay, so let's go over Rafe's bucket list.
Okay.
So these are all the things Rafe would like to achieve.
Please tell me you don't have Dropkick on there.
I do not have Dropkick on there.
How about receive Dropkick?
It's on there now. Might as well. So we've been going over all of our bucket list items over the last couple of weeks. We've done everybody's. We did Lern's yesterday. We did Moon, King Scott, Riz. And now we do a lot of stuff on the show where we punish each other.
Okay.
So we're trying to develop the flip side of that coin, where we try to lift each other up, help each other achieve some of our bucket list things, hence the drop kick. Mm-hmm. He's always wanted to do it. We're trying to make it happen. You're playing your part in that, whether he would be a good student or not. That's not on you. So this is my final list. And really appreciate all the emails, everybody trying to help us out. And
yeah, you guys can help us out in any way with any one of these bucket list items.
Awesome.
let us know.
Helping you achieve them, not just come up with stuff, right?
No,
helping us achieve.
Okay.
Yeah,
helping us
be
achieve.
like, hey, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who has this item that you would need for that challenge, which is great.
Okay.
First one, this is where all this kind of stemmed from. Operation Honeysuckle Rose was to get on Willie's bus and smoke something with him.
Smoke weed with Willie on Willie Nelson's
Nelson's tour bus, which we made a pretty good attempt at, but got shut down.
You tried to climb in the back window?
Yes, I tried to carry a ladder.
Yeah.
I tried to carry 2 ladders in and with another guy, and they caught me.
Yeah, man, if you want to get into any
locked Willie
backstage
down,
area,
dude.
just carry a ladder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that's tried and true.
Nobody's going to stop you if you're carrying a ladder.
That's how I go to the movies.
Exactly.
I did, what was it?
I did Barbenheimer.
I did Barbenheimer, just carrying a ladder back and forth to each.
To each theater, yeah. Nobody ever asked for a ticket.
He did, and he watched them simultaneously.
So Willie Nelson's tour bus is called Honeysuckle Rose.
Yes.
Was the bus here in town?
It was here, I was told it wasn't. Then I saw a picture that it was. There was a lot of misinformation going on. Now, to show you how close I've been on his old tour bus with his son, Lucas. I've gotten close, and that was the Honeysuckle Rose 2, which was the height of the Highwayman tour. So Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson had all autographed the seats. It was a cool bus, but Willie wasn't on it. So technically, I've been on the Honeysuckle Rose, but it was a Willie-less Honeysuckle Rose, which is only half the mission.
So you've done the B show of being on his old bus and doing whippets with his kid.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Paige on the instant feedback wants to know if you have ever blown a testicle out during a match.
I mean, I've blown my ass out a couple of times. Yeah.
Who hasn't?
No, whenever you have a 350-pound man land on you, whatever happens is going to happen now.
Yeah.
But yes. Oh, no. Actually, yes. One time at the very beginning of a match.
Perks of talking about Sauce on the Side on the radio is that whenever there's a special, we get to taste test it each month. So that's 12 different calzones a year that we get from Sauce on the Side, which is excellent. I was just emailing with Dan, the calzone man, and he's going to bring the January special to us next week. And it's the Gret Scrambled Calzone. So let me just lay this all out here for you. Scrambled eggs, potato hash, applewood bacon, maple sausage, white cheddar, smoked cheddar, based with a maple cinnamon butter, and then served with that same maple cinnamon butter on the side, so you can dunk as often or as non-often as you wish. That's the glory of Sauce on the Side calzones. So here's the deal. You go to sauceontheside.com, you find which of the 12 locations is closest to you. They deliver. They have excellent dining rooms. You know, whatever you order is made right then. It's not something that's frozen. It's all fresh. And they have something for everybody. So if you're a meathead, they got you covered. If you're a vegetarian, cool. Even gluten-free options for calzone. So think about it, all right? Great stuff for the kiddos, too. Go to sauceontheside.com to see everything.
So aside from rest, relaxation, and a lot of work, another reason we bought the farm was because my wife owns a company called All Things Elderberry, where she makes elderberry elixir and various other elderberry products. So not only are we building a house on the property, but this is the field over here with over 70 rows of elderberry plants, over 9,000 elderberry plants on this field right now. So let me take you up there. Let me show you what it's all about. So instead of buying elderberries from somebody else, we thought, let's just grow the elderberries ourselves. No big deal. So here we are up here on the big field. It's about 5+ acres of elderberries. As I said, 70 rows, over 9,000 plants. So the rows start over here and go all the way down. So last October, all these plants were put in. Now right now they look like little sticks. But come late July, come August, these sticks will be about yay high, full of elderberries. So there are a bunch of different varieties of elderberry in the field here. This is called a Pocahontas. So this will eventually be here, maybe even higher. So come July, August, we'll need tiny hands to come pick these elderberries, put them in buckets for processing. But for the time being, we need to mulch. Every single row. Every single row. The mulch is going to go onto the rows to prevent weeds from sprouting up and killing the elderberry plants. So, yeah, that's the next big thing. Mulching.
Hi, I'm Riz from the radio, and I've been playing guitar for about 10 months now, and that means I'm ready to teach you how to play guitar too. Are you ready to learn some fine licks? Well, I want you to take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. In no time, I can get you playing like this. When you sign up for classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, I will teach at least one class a week, 15 minutes only, and you'll get this commemorative tote bag. Achieve all your dreams. Learn how to play guitar. Yes, fine licks like this. Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Kurt Cobain, Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Denver did not take classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music. And look how they turned out. After taking classes at the Rizzuto of Fine Music, those panties will be melting off. And you'll be shredding your way to this commemorative tote bag. Classes are forming soon.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
for
a
being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you for having
excited.
us.
So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go. There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
So,
if you're feeling like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is going to help you out. So why are you feeling like the way you do? Because you probably got low T. Low energy, low motivation, you're tired all the time, lack of focus, mental clarity, low libido, which could strain relationships. With Mentality, they focus on free testosterone levels, which many doctors overlook, ensuring your treatment is tailored to your body. Board-certified physicians provide a full physical, consultation, blood panel analysis, all during your first visit. You have a location in Chesterfield and in South County. Be the dad who can keep up with your kids. Be the husband your spouse knows you could be. Feel and perform like you did 5 or 10 years ago, whether it's at work, in the gym, or at home. This year, stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Mentality's New Year offer is your chance to take back control. Men today have 30% less testosterone. Take back your numbers. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio to get access. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's it for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you check out the clip of the day, brought to you by Michael's Flooring. And if you missed anything on the program, there's always the podcast for you, which is sponsored by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Moon, today's podcast is titled
Smuggling the Ice Dong.
Ah, yes. All right, what else you got, Moon?
That old chestnut.
Yeah. This Saturday, Monster Jam Pit Party. The Point and I will be down on the dirt with the trucks, with the drivers, hanging out with you, whoever's going to the pit party. MonsterJam.com from 1:30 to 3:30, and then the show is 5 p.m. That's Saturday, and then they also have a show on Sunday. Speaking of shows, February 1st, the Teenage Dirtbags is one of the featured performers at Art Inside Schlafly Tap Room. So they've done art outside before, and that's a huge successful thing during the summer. This is the winter, and this is going to be the first Art Inside at Schlafly Tap Room. It's happening January 31st to February 2nd. Dirtbags play the night of the 1st, that Saturday. Steve Ewing Duo is going to be there. Number One Sons, a whole bunch of bands, great food, live tattoos, and 40-plus St. Louis-based artists. So make sure you go to that show. Very, very cool thing. It's going to be a great weekend, and it is all free.
Learn.
You can follow me at Learn versus Radio. My band's going to be playing on the 25th in New Haven, Missouri, from 7 to 10. $10 gets you into Paddle Stop Brewing for us. And then we will be doing another show at Sky Music Lounge on February 15th, a little Heartbreakers weekend. If you want something to do for your Valentine's Day, we can come out and see us in Baldwin. And again, Learn versus Radio. Thanks.
Rafe.
That's awesome. New ep of number 2 show is out and about wherever you consume podcasts. And making a Riz Show weekend on the 23rd to the 25th. I'm at the Funny Bone. Come see me on Friday, the 24th, and then go to Paddle Stop and see Lern's band, Lane Narrows, on the 25th, and get all your Riz fix for that weekend. You can get tickets at funnybone.com.
And King Scott.
Keep the fix going tonight at 8 p.m. You might want to tune into Columbus to the Rescue. There's going to be some fun stuff going down. And I'm excited for that. Follow me at King Scott Rules for more info.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Remember the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Pacific, Missouri. Nabina Glass is our team. Nabina wants to hear this song. Here it is. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.
Energy up.
Hey, this is Neemish Patel, and you're listening to The Rizzuto Show. Happy birthday, Riz.
He is kind. He is supple. He is magical. He is stainless. He is sensual. He is raw.